Yo, we are back on the mics with episode 103 of the podcast.
Wow, that's my favorite temperature.
It is pretty nice. Dry heat to wet heat, though.
It's not a healthy temperature.
Oh, wait. Who's that voice?
What is that?
It is... you splattered on me. You said right before you would not splatter the Mountain Dew on me, and you got... My arm's wet now.
Well, I splattered it on my face.
You're done. This is no longer the Michael Fuller episode. This is Dane and Samuel back with episode 103 of the pod.
We're so back.
But this really quick. Will TikTok actually get banned?
I won't let it happen.
How will you stop it?
I'll raise up an army.
With what?
The teenagers.
The power of the Dark Lord.
It's going to be Jimmy Neutron all over again.
Yeah, it will.
Rise of the teenagers, and even though they were kids. But
and
anyway,
the Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire.
Michael, we said you had to leave. You splattered on me. But this is episode 103 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Based and wholesome for the whole family.
That's what she said.
You'll never guess who has access to the soundboard.
It's me.
Bill Clinton.
No, wait, what was that you?
No, that wasn't me.
I thought it was Michael. Yeah, I can't really see the corner of my eye very well, but yes, the soundboard is right ahead of Michael Fuller, who's back for, I believe, his 6th time on the podcast. Give or take.
I've lost count.
Yeah, I mean, each time you're on here, you bring an audience of people that we just...
All of my lovely friends who I...
have been promoting to.
Very happy to speak into your ears today. I hope you enjoy this.
You know where our number one country is that listens to you, Michael?
What is it?
Albania.
No, I mean, it could be, but they actually checked in last week. 2 new countries, Albania and Jamaica. I think they're new. It looks like they were new. I have not noticed them on the list until recently.
Or Jamaica.
Jamaica?
I don't know.
What are you going to make a?
Jicama.
Jicama.
That's a type of turnip.
Okay, sorry. Oh, wait. We will turn up tomorrow, though, because we do have the K-Life Silent Disco, and I'm one of the DJs.
I have to tell you something.
What?
I'm his co-DJ.
Is that what you're going to say?
Yep.
We are coming at you fast today. Well,
I'm not going to be there.
What?
I'm not going to be there.
The most iconic photo from the last Silent Disco was you in your USA basketball jersey yelling at the top of the lungs with me in the background on the DJ set, which was just a laptop playing Spotify. But it was such an epic photo, and that was pre-podcast.
That was pre-podcast.
Yeah, that was PP.
That was that. You know what I was doing like earlier that day?
You were telling me what songs to play during the...
I was taking, I think, my 3rd practice MCAT that day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Guess what I'll be doing instead?
You will be watching children.
Close.
You will be leading a Christmas party for children.
Less close.
You're going to be planning your next operation.
Closer. You will be having children.
Close.
You're going to be partaking in an operation.
That's exactly
What's this operation
I'm
called?
going to a wedding.
So a lot of potential operations.
It's a wedding for my ex-girlfriend.
Don't say
names.
names.
You might have to bleep that now.
I'll bleep
yes.
that.
No, there hasn't been as much bleeps lately, so I need to bring back the bleeps.
You literally sent a message like 2 weeks ago. I love all the bleeps because we bleeped Dane a dozen times in the first 8 minutes on episode 100.
Actually, I didn't date this girl, but we went on like 6 dates.
I think that's dating.
Yeah, you know.
If you asked JP Pecluda, I think he
would
was
dating.
dating.
Well,
after the 6th date, he would have been like, "Why aren't you married?"
Exactly.
True. Kind of based, honestly.
It was January of 22, and we didn't work out.
What was the day?
I don't know.
Was it
could have
January
been
6th?
Could have been.
Okay, wait. Okay, we keep going. Keep
no,
going.
We ended up not working out because I kept being like, "Hey, so like, are we going on dates now?" And she goes, "No, these aren't dates." And I'm like, "You mean where we're paired off, planned, paid for? We text constantly,
We held
you
hands,
went on
we
a
kissed, and what else?
We didn't hold hands or kiss. However, we would hang out exclusively a lot, talk a lot." And I'm like, and I would say, "Hey, will you go out on a date with me?" She'd say yes, and then text me and be like, "Actually, these aren't dates."
And you're going to her wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We'll fade that. Push Dane.
Well,
fade,
that's why I'm
fade
going.
her.
That's why I'm
push
going.
Dane.
I'm going so I can
Fade
object.
that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We brought that up before. We need to bring up objections in weddings because was it you, Michael, or someone else who said if someone objects, they're legally required to stop the wedding for at least 24 hours.
Is that true?
Or they can't like sign
I don't
off
know.
on it.
I've never heard of that. But
Okay,
I mean, it probably
I heard it from
like that.
someone that apparently that's a thing where if you object, then it takes 24 hours before they can officially like sign off and make it official.
I can't wait
That's
to do
what
this
I've
now.
heard. If it's fake, don't tell me because this is our podcast.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Everything is true on here.
Including our road to 500,100 5-star reviews or 100 5-star reviews on Apple and Spotify. Please just do it. I'm sure at least 10,000 people who are listening right now have not left that 5-star review.
You should.
So please do it on Apple and Spotify. I know we have some new listeners, which is really cool. Some of you have been cranking through a lot of episodes recently, but I've not been seeing those 5-star reviews go up. So please leave those 5-star reviews. And if you want to be featured, leave a written review on Apple. What?
Don't you? I can feel
We're a podcast
your anger.
For the people, by the people, of the people, and Michael's here as well.
Speaking of censorship, United
Communism.
States banning TikTok is censorship.
Let's go. I think, honestly, I think the government should ban more things.
What?
Okay, here we go.
What?
Trailer hitches
Okay.
on vehicles
Trailer
while
hitches.
you're not you're not
We're gonna
actively
let Michael
towing.
go. Here, Michael, you just...
When
you
you're
have-
not actively towing a payload behind your vehicle, you should not be able to have a tow hitch. That should be banned, punishable by
Death.
We'll be
Quick,
considered
quick
insane.
fall-
$2 million fine.
Quick follow-up. Let's say you have the trailer hitch, you are towing something, but you're driving like a pickup and you're only towing something that could fit in the pickup. Is that still illegal?
Yep, that's still illegal.
Yeah, they shouldn't have that on there in the first place.
If
Waste
you
of
do that,
time.
you're a communist.
Okay, what else?
Because
What
now
else?
people I know that drive around with tow hitches, I don't think they've towed a single thing in 2 years. I have
That's true.
a former roommate, I'm not going to name names.
What's his name again?
Luke Funderburg. But this homeboy drove around with a truck with a tow hitch, and I didn't see him tow a single thing
What
for
about
I think
your
the
toes?
entire year.
Do you think it was
the
just a
James
flex?
River toes?
Oh, no.
I actually did injure my toe this week. I stubbed it pretty bad, and then I might have also been. Well, we
Did
don't
it
get
grow back?
It was bleeding quite a bit.
Okay, so
Whoa.
we gave you like the mic to
But
say other things that
There's
should be
another
banned.
thing that needs to be banned.
Okay.
We should also
TikTok,
ban
tow hitches.
income tax.
Ooh,
Okay,
yes.
I'm down
The
for that.
most
Communist.
crazy. It's communism.
Socialism.
It's literally the government saying to you, "Here's money they haven't even received yet, but we're going to take it before you can even get it."
Yep.
I just want to
So
take
it's
a quick
ridiculous.
pause.
That's communism. That should be banned.
I'll let you keep going. But last week was our longest episode ever. I would not be surprised.
We're going to
if this-
shatter that this
Yeah,
week.
that's right.
we have not even got into like our notes yet. Like at all.
We should also.
Okay, yeah, go. Yeah, sorry.
We should ban. I need to think of something else to ban right now. Honestly, I was
Tow
kind
hitches.
of in tow hitches. What was the other one?
Income tax. And what was
Oh,
the
the
third?
TSA. We need to ban the TSA. So
Ooh.
this is
Because
something I'm
of-
actually
so
rather very passionate about
Three
too.
of the things you want to ban so far
Three
start
things.
with T's.
That's
So
right.
true.
So TTTs.
TTTs, toes.
Whoa.
We're,
Yeah,
man,
we're not banning toes.
we're not banning toes. No.
So
Show me the toes.
I earn my money and I get taxed for earning it, and then I use that money to buy things and I get taxed on that.
And then the people who get that money are then taxed as well.
Yeah, they're
and
taxed
then
on
all
that.
those millennials make videos on TikToks
Yeah. But it's
pretending like they have
but
jobs.
it's
We
getting
should ban
banned.
that too.
It's
So
getting
we're going to ban that.
Ban jobs?
And
no,
then
ban
when I-
TikTok because
no,
TikTok is not a real job. Being an
Take it.
influencer is not an occupation, kids. Grow up and become a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, not
One
a
of those three.
TikToker.
This One of those three.
This is the ADHD podcast. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm out of my Adderall, guys. Sorry.
and
Just kidding. I don't take Adderall.
Okay.
And then when I buy something of value, I have to pay property tax simply for owning it.
That honestly, property tax is the biggest scam.
The founding
It
fathers
is.
would never have endorsed that.
It's like, oh, you have a vehicle and or house. You owe us money because of that.
And oh wait, you are on a fixed income now because you're retired, but your house went up twice as much. Well, pay twice as much now in income or property tax. I'm like,
And
this
property
is
tax
dumb.
is wild.
Communism.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But what's not bad is some of our updates from the week.
I run the slowest mile.
Yes,
no,
so Dane
I ran
does
so fast this morning.
Dane still does run the smallest mile,
Whoa.
slowest mile.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
I think all miles are the same.
Or are
Or
okay? Just
are
again
they?
another
And I'm
side.
already halfway through this due. This is.
I have the backup if you need it.
I was.
I got a big boy.
This is. Yeah, I might need a backup. Honestly.
So anyway, last weekend I went to the movie called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
I thought that said pregnant.
The best Christmas pregnant ever.
That's what I swear. I swear that's what it said.
That was not it.
Was it directed by Michael Bay or Joel Osteen?
I hope Michael Bay.
Probably closer to Joel Osteen
Oh, heavens.
because it was, I think, Angel Studios,
Ooh.
I believe. So again, it's probably a
Nice.
little more Christian-y based in the end.
They came up with The Chosen.
Yep, The Chosen and a lot of the other like bigger Christian movies.
I heard Joseph
recently.
Smith made a end credits appearance in that.
Gosh.
Goat.
Anyway, so I went to the movie and it was pretty good overall. Only cried twice.
There you go.
I cried yesterday, actually.
Nice. Did you cry on Lauren's shoulder? Not you, Michael.
What are we doing? Do you want to explain why you cried, or do you want me to keep
I
going?
was taking a very important test, and I was crying because I was like, wow, I'm actually doing so good.
I thought you already had your driver's license.
No, I cried during that too.
Take it.
I cried when I crashed the car, and then they said it's okay, you can still pass.
That's good. That's
I
good.
cried
yeah,
the
I only
first time I
crashed
see
into
you.
a fire hydrant.
As you know, the most unquoted or most quoted not scripture verse ever. The most quoted non-scripture verse ever is "This too
God
shall
helps
pass."
those who haps themselves.
That as well.
That's also not biblical.
Yeah, "This too shall pass," not biblical.
Yep.
That one.
This life or the next, vengeance, not biblical.
Vengeance
Vengeance
is
is mine, says the Lord.
I
Watch
like
out,
vengeance.
communists.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, anyway, so besides the going to the movie and only crying twice, I helped put up a Christmas deer in our front yard with my dad.
Wow.
We've never done this before, and you had to like put it together. I didn't really
Okay.
know how this happens, and it's not the
Did you
easiest.
fall off the roof backwards on the step ladder or on the extendable ladder?
Well, to say we were on the ground, no. No. But this took a little bit of time. It was pretty fun.
Did your drunkard cousin in an RV pull up at the end of the night?
Yes.
I can't talk.
Did your rich people neighbors complain because you left a squirrel running rampant inside their house?
He's quoting a movie.
I know
Yeah.
he's going with the Christmas vacation.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, but anyway, we put up
You're
this
gonna
deer.
put a pool in your house next year?
Why?
I'm eating a
I've
Twix.
been every voice you've ever heard inside your head.
So, anyways, yeah, just basically we put up a deer. It's very bright. It's pretty cool. It kind of
Deer.
makes our other, like the neighbors around, like my parents, look kind of weak because they don't have that great deer anymore, and the deer really stands out. Also, someone recently put up a fence next to their house, and I was thinking, well, we could
So you're
position.
saying they're trying to build a wall?
I like Walsh.
They did. That's what they did. But I was just saying we should.
They should
put-
auction it off on eBay.
I can't talk ever.
eBay.
The deer is like jumping where it looks like it's like about to fly. So I thought it'd be funny putting it next to that fence so it looks like it's jumping over. We did not do that this year. Maybe next year.
The wall just got 6 feet taller.
Yeah.
Your neighbors are like, we're going to build a wall and the Sens are going to pay for it.
Whoa.
Samuel's last name is Sen, just to clarify.
Yeah, in case you didn't
Yeah.
know, that wasn't my last name.
Yeah,
Or that was my last name.
Your sins won't pay for it because we know what the wages of sin are. But Samuel Sen will pay for the wall that their neighbors are erecting to
Whoa.
protect them from the deer that's going to invade.
What are my neighbors doing?
The deer are pouring over the wall,
Okay.
and we need to stop them.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I love deer. They
And
can
you know
come
who
all
else
the
pours
they can
into
come-
things? The
we can have
Ghostrunners
the deer.
Facebook group.
Yeah, so I'm going to finish out my updates. I've been going hard in the Ghostrunners.
Going hard in the paint.
Of the Facebook group.
Can we execute Michael? And not in like a bad way, just
What?
Not like kill him, just silence him. Like rip out his voice box. Is that
Oh.
possible?
I'm sure it is.
Like a laryngeectomy or something.
Yep.
I don't even know if that's a real word.
Okay, so I'm going to finish the last two. Okay. Going hard in the Ghostrunners Facebook group. Again, I listened to the Ghostrunners podcast. Very funny. They have like 4,000 people, and their Facebook group is a pretty active group. A lot of times people post like after each episode. And I've been on something recently where whenever someone posts like anything, I think of something clever or funny to comment. And I've been ratioing some people hardcore.
You've been racisting?
GG,
Ratioing.
easy to
Or
get
like,
ratioed.
they get like 8 likes on their main post, but then I've had some where my comment has like 60 likes. So people don't even care about the main one, but I have such a clever like comeback.
Got him.
Dude, I've been reading your comments on the City of Springfield's posts. What was the one
I
thing
haven't done that recently.
you commented something on their Facebook page when the city was like, "Oh, we're gonna close this whatever famous landmark," and I was like, "Yeah, that is cringe." Why are they? And I was looking at the comments, and you're like, "Yeah, this is cringe." I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
You talking about the landfill?
Upboat? What?
I don't remember this.
There was something. What did the city close down recently that was kind of like an iconic landmark,
Our
and
Freedom
everyone was
Center.
kind of what?
Our Freedom Center.
I mean, they want to close that down because the government loves taking our freedom, but it was something.
I don't remember, but I do like jumping in those comment sections, even though I know sometimes I'll get lots of responses and people are like, "What the heck are you saying here?" I'm like, "I'm right and you're wrong," and then I stop responding. But besides all that, I mentioned earlier, there's some mystery listeners out there who've been cranking out lots of episodes. So shout out to y'all. Please keep listening. Tell your friends, because obviously,
we love you.
If you're cranking out episodes, it means you enjoy us.
Episode 8.
Or you lost a fantasy football punishment and they're making you listen to us. But I'm going to assume it's the former rather than the latter. So keep listening. Tell other people, because you enjoy it, they want to enjoy it, and so on and so forth, so we can pyramid scheme this thing.
If you want to listen to my debut on the podcast after my revenge tour to the great state of Texas, I think it's episode 16, right? Or 15?
Michael, I'm just going to say, you can just do your updates, and then we'll do Dane's.
Yeah.
Michael goes next.
Okay, Michael.
No, you keep talking. I'm done interrupting you. Oh,
That's
you're done?
why I said
Wow.
you just do yours.
Okay.
Here we go. What are some good updates?
Update is I am very much excited to be back in Springfield again.
On the podcast.
On the podcast. I may or may not be crashing a certain event that has occurred. So I'm prophylactically crashing something that happens tomorrow, but you're listening to this on Monday. So if you're listening to this now, I've already crashed this certain event that Dan will not be at, that Sammy will be at.
We don't need to say this certain event so mysteriously. People won't listen before it happens.
What does prophylactic mean?
Beforehand, I'm crashing something. I'm preemptively stating I'm going to go crash a party Sunday night.
Did we already talk about that in this episode?
The K-Life disco, the silent disco.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Rip.
When in doubt, play sound effects and it'll get everybody quiet. Yeah, the silent disco, which I think I already brought up, is on Sunday, and you're listening on Monday, and Michael might be crashing it. We don't know yet. So
I'm crashing a wedding.
Yes,
I'm jacked.
Okay, so any other
update? I discovered that I really enjoy running. If you're looking for a new hobby to start, you should. Hey, now
what?
You should run. Running is so good for you. Literally, it cures every disease. If you want to avoid paying expensive health insurance, deductibles.
Hold up. It cures every disease.
Yeah, why do you think Dan got cancer? Because he didn't run before he got cancer.
I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down this route. But I think we can name plenty of diseases that this would not cure.
Osteoporosis.
That's one.
Well, it would probably raise your estrogen, so it could probably reduce the risk of like osteoporosis in older women. But in terms of, that's the number one population that I think suffers from it.
We said it would cure every disease.
I don't know nothing about like health or medicine, so like, don't ask me.
How can it cure every disease
like hyperhidrosis?
If Dane is still a Cowboys fan.
What?
He's been running so much, and he has this incurable disease of cheering for the Dallas Cowboys, even though they have no hope, and it's not curing it. How can it cure every disease?
Samuel loves collusion.
Sometimes we just need a miracle. And if you believe in that miracle, and with every eye bowed and every head closed, if you raise your hands and come forward, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, running is great. I'm serious. It's probably, if I can go back and change one thing about what I did in high school, I would have never tried to play football.
I would have invested in Bitcoin
never wrestled.
Heavily.
I would have just done cross country and track, because, oh my goodness. A wise Roman scholar once said, "A man hath not liveth unless he knoweth the capabilities of his body."
Oh.
And your primary weapon system is capable of beyond what you know. I would highly encourage you to go out and run. It is so fun. Literally, I got into it out of just some friends that I had that were doing it back at home. I worked at a certain place that Samuel and I are quite familiar with, and these, customers rather enjoyed running.
Waffle House?
Yeah, Waffle House. The Waffle House customers love running. And I just was really encouraged to start running more on my own. And I was just doing it after work. I was doing it on the weekends, and now I wake up at 5 a.m. and go run at the gym. And by the way, the gym is so much better at 5 in the morning versus 8 o'clock at night, considering there's a lot less naked women there at 5 a.m. than there is at 5 o'clock at night.
Interesting.
So it's really, really fun. I love running, and I can't wait for it to get warm out again so I can go run more outside. So yeah, that's probably an update.
No, warm outside.
I'm happy to be in Springfield. I'm crashing a party tomorrow night, which will have actually been yesterday night if you're listening to this on Monday. Or
last night, if you will.
Or last night, if you're a communist.
I just to say one thing. You said
running is fun.
Way before you said, as Samuel knows about something. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I think you're saying about working somewhere. I'm like, I don't know who
Customers.
or where or
customers.
What.
Hey, just remember,
I still don't know, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
we shall never deny a guest, even the most ridiculous request.
Which is why you're on the podcast once again.
That's right.
Yep.
Talking about the Who's from
Take that,
Whoville?
Matty Barron.
Uh-oh.
Dane, do you want to get into some of your updates?
First thing I would like to say is that I've figured out Michael Fuller's middle name. It's Michael Julio Ricardo De La Rosa Montoya Ramirez Fuller.
You only just found that out?
Michael Julio Ricardo De La Rosa Montoya Ramirez Fuller. That's his full name.
Well, yours is Dane
I run the slowest mile.
Biesmeyer.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah, it is.
Dane Hurricane Biesmeyer.
Okay.
Because I walk in like a hurricane and I wreck
Yeah.
the party. And so, speaking of parties, I had 4 Christmas parties this week. And the first party started, when was it? Was it Sunday?
I don't know. These are your updates.
I know. Oh, yeah. So I had the leader Christmas party for my ministry.
I saw the pics.
Yeah. And we played a game, and that was pretty fun. I played Christmas trap music, and then I queued up Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You 97
Was this
times.
at Mountain Town?
What?
Or sorry, not Mountain Town, Hill City.
That's the one.
Shout out.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yep.
And we had a good time. We played a Christmas gift game, and then that was fun. And then it was just kind of, we had Bambino's. That was fun. An Italian restaurant here in Springfield.
You know, the first person who took me to Bambino's was the first person who invited me to Hill City. Do you want to know who it was?
Who?
Logan Sonneborg.
I remember
That's
Logan.
a name. It's like that one scene in Stars where you're like, oh, that's a name
Big
I
fan
haven't
of the
heard
pod.
in a long time. A long time.
Ooh, a squirrel. And then the second one was something else. A K-Life Christmas party
Yes.
that Monday, which we might be getting into here in a little bit. However, the only
I
thing
miss Jess Martin's.
don't we all? However,
Dane son.
when I tell you we did a white elephant gift, hold on, did you write that?
Yes, white elephant.
Yeah. So white elephant was happening, and whenever I tell you that I had number 20 out of like 26 people, and then number 19 gets up, goes and opens the new gift, picks it up, rips open the wrapping paper, and I see something blue. And I'm like, oh, blue's cool.
Yeah, it is.
And then I see it's a toaster. I'm like, oh, it's a blue toaster. And I'm like, wait, that's a Cowboys toaster. Wait a second, that's my Cowboys toaster.
No.
And
Someone
so
stole it.
Jake Pridgeon, or Jake's Body Shop, if you will.
Jake's Body
is
Shop.
no longer a sponsor of the pod anymore.
Take
him off.
Jake's
He's
Body
communist.
Shop stole my Cowboys toaster, wrapped it up, and tried to give it away as a present at this white elephant gift. I had to use 2 different steals. I had to use 2 different steals in order to steal my own toaster back. I could have walked away with free Chick-fil-A. I had it at one point, was the $10 Chick-fil-A gift card, and I was like, I have to steal my toaster back.
So that reminds me of a life update that I need to talk about. Unless are you still going, Dane?
I'm
Yeah, he
always
still
going.
has 2 more, but yeah.
Okay, you get your other. I have a white elephant story, but I'll tell it when you're
We'll
done.
get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
some grinding gears,
Well,
white elephant stuff
This
here.
isn't a grind gears. This is just a good story.
Okay, do it. You got
No, I don't want to. Dane can still go.
Okay, keep going.
And then we had the kids' Christmas party on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I dressed up with my Taylor Swift ugly Christmas sweater, which is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And it says, I saw mother kissing Travis Claus under the Christmas tree. And that was great. And then we had one kid try to reveal to the other kids that Santa was. I said,
That's awesome.
I was hosting a game and I
I want
was
to give
like,
that kid a high five.
it's ridiculous. I was hosting a game and I go,
If a kid is listening right now, I'm sorry.
He's not real.
close
Grow
your
up.
ears. Oh boy,
Word.
close your ears. So I was hosting a game and I'm like, hey, little Tommy, what do you hope you get for Christmas from Santa? And he goes, Santa's not real. And I go, well, you're not getting that. And then
That's
I walked
awesome.
away.
That's my son someday, I hope.
It was fun. We had a hot chocolate bar. We had cookie decorating. No red icing because no red 40. And then we had kids playing in there. We did the gift wrap game again. We had worship, which we might not do that again because the kids can't handle it. I mean, Christmas worship. We have regular worship on regular nights, but Christmas worship, they were being ridiculous because kids are the worst. And so after that,
Those darn Gen Alphas.
I know, right? And so after that, we had our staff Christmas party on Thursday, which was electric because first they told us the Christmas story Gen Z version.
Oh, no.
And it was great because it started out
That's
by
pretty much
saying,
the entire employment base of Hill City.
oh yeah, Gen Z.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We're slowly getting older. But it starts
Every day
You're gonna
we
start
get a
having-
little older.
When do you not become a young person, Dane?
you are no longer young. I mean, 30s, you're definitely not young anymore. But For me, it's really 26. Once you start paying your own insurance.
Once you can no longer play in the NBA at a high level. So 40 is young.
40 is relatively young.
Shout out LeBron.
You could be living
He's a
another
communist.
60 years if you're 40 years old.
Also, shout out Rich Hill for the MLB
Yeah.
pitcher who's like 46,
44. Yeah,
44,
46.
45, 46, and he's trying to play again. That's next year.
That's crazy.
It's awesome.
But so the Gen Z Christmas story started out with, so Mary was mad pregnant and Joseph felt super sus about that, which don't get me wrong, I'd feel sus too.
Yeah.
But the angel said, don't sweat it. No cap. This is the Messiah, mad King energy. It was
Mad King energy.
It was crazy. Keep going like that. And we had our pastors read that.
That's
And then-
Phantom Tax.
Exactly. And then
Pretty skibbity though.
it was Skippity. And
Not
then
Ohio.
It was not Ohio. And then we had
Hayden Ross.
like couples like write down things like who was the worst at this and blah blah blah. And then we had a Wheel of Shame game, trivia game, which is they rigged it to where people who were good sports would get drawn out of a hat.
Kind of like how Joseph Hendricks rigged the 99 game, so I lost 3 times.
Whoa,
Fun fact,
whoa,
hey,
whoa.
we're also going to get into that a little bit later. So,
Oh, good.
yeah.
I'm so glad this happened right before Michael came here.
Oh, there's a not. Oh, good. I
can't-
am the 99 Supreme
Which
Court.
means we can not talk about it all until we get to Grunts Big Ears.
You're right. You're right.
There we go.
Yep. Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
So then the trivia game where there's the Wheel of Torture, obviously I got drawn because I'm ridiculous. And
You've
there-
already had a testicle removed. How much more could you be tortured?
oh boy.
He could have a second one removed.
Sure
No.
could. And okay, so for the couples game, the wives had to write down what's that project that the husband is always forgetting to do, and one of the husbands wrote vasectomy.
Oh, no.
That's not biblical.
Oh, no.
That was funny. And then, but it's funny because they have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And then
Have more.
have more. All of them.
We have an underpopulation problem.
all of them have all of the kids.
Based.
And then the Wheel of Torture game, they asked me, they were like, so when was All I Want for Christmas Is You written? And I was like, oh man, I know it's the 90s. And so I was like, 1998.
I'll say 91, 94.
Wrong. It was
Mariah Carey's that
1994.
old?
I got it right. Let's go.
So then I had to read this thing, and it was like this whole story about how I pooped my pants. But then
I thought Lindsay repooped her pants.
she did.
Oh,
She
my
did. She
word.
did. She did.
He set me up for that one.
Sorry,
You got it.
Lindsay.
He knew I was going to say that.
Somebody else
Yeah,
had to
Lindsay
prank
Reed's
call
a
Chick-fil-A
communist.
and be like, does your party platter come with tea and crumpets? And they hung up, which was ridiculous.
No.
I know, right? And then we had a rap battle between our two head pastors.
Who had to, like, what size gifts?
I don't know.
Who are the two? Who are the two Hill City pastors again?
Because they're racing.
Whoever they are.
Is it Michael and
Whoa,
Brad?
maybe.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
how big were the gifts?
No, it was a
Who
rap
won
battle.
the rap battle?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Brad
oh,
did.
I see what he's saying.
yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
No, it's a
Gosh.
rap battle.
Ah,
Against-
Solomon, you
No, it's a rap
An
battle.
RAP battle.
And then also at the end of one of the parties, I was talking to my interns, and they were like, blah, 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 blah. Your grandma Buick is not the energy you give. And I was like, what energy do I give? And they said truck energy. And I was like, never been more proud than this moment right now.
I just want to
That's
say, last week when we recorded, I saw you in that Buick, and it fit you so well.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It doesn't fit me at all.
It really fits you very well.
No.
It's an old person's car, but also it seems like something you would drive and just kind of yell at kids.
No.
Like, get off my lawn.
I would.
Let's go, Cowboys. What are you doing with the Chiefs flag in your yard? Mr. Dane, we're in Missouri, not the Dallas area. It's like, I don't care.
Back in my day, we had to walk up the hill
Both
twice.
ways.
We did. Ask Lindsay Reed. We walked up the hill both ways in the snow.
Afghanistan.
and,
in
then
Afghanistan.
and then as you're doing that, you crash into a trash can.
why
Why was that put there again? Mr. Dane, you put it there. It's like,
That's the thing
good
about
point.
old people is they're never wrong. They're just
You
like
just be out there in your lawn with like boxer shorts on,
that's fine.
a robe, and a cigar and a cane.
That's why they become politicians.
Exactly.
Because they don't think they're wrong.
That's right.
Yep.
And then they don't go back on anything. They're like, I don't care if the climate's going to explode or not. I'll be dead.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that all your updates, I believe?
Yep.
Well, that is pretty cool. And we have something that we've done the past few
Wait,
weeks.
can I talk about my update? Okay, it's actually a grind of gears, so it'll grind my gears. Here we go.
Okay. Well, anyways, we've done this the past few weeks. We're back at it again. First time with Michael on the pod, and it is now time for something we like to call Sports Talk.
Oh.
Yes. We are back once again with
Hello,
the
my name
number
is
one.
Paul Briggs. I'm here with my
Your
partner,
turn, Michael.
Roger Rankinson,
Do you have anything else to say?
and Jude Fox.
And
we're
back
here
to talk
for
about everything
ESPN.
except soccer.
Because soccer's for communists. Bum,
True.
bum, bum,
Except-
bum, bum, bum. You guys haven't heard the second part of the ESPN intro? So good.
We're not ESPN.
That's right.
We are better.
You know, speaking of a certain place where Samuel I used to be formerly employed, me and a dude named Ike Bowen had probably the most funniest ESPN sketch.
Is Ike your boyfriend?
No, Ike's actually Ike is actually a real life communist, but he actually makes some good music, so you should listen to Ike's music.
Okay.
So
What a way to promote him.
yeah,
He's
I know.
a real life communist.
Back at
Listen
this
to his music. It's pretty good.
Christian sports camp, Samuel and
You
I
can call
allegedly
it
may have worked
Kanakuk. You
at.
can call it Kanakuk. It doesn't
Sorry, I
matter.
didn't know if they would copyright us for that.
How would they copyright us for saying somewhere we worked?
Ike and I did a sketch there about ESPN. It might have been the best sketch I've ever been in. It was apparently really funny, so I've been told.
Do you want to explain what it was?
No, there's not much explaining. You kind of
But
had
it
to
was
be
hilarious.
there. It was funny.
It was hilarious,
But
guys.
anytime
It was
I hear that
hilarious.
song, I think about that sketch.
Okay. Some quick little sports thing. Oh, wait. Jack Holmgren has sent us in a voice memo to be played on Sports Talk. I don't know what this is. No, you don't need to click the buttons.
I like pushing buttons.
But he had some thoughts here, and I wanted to play it right now. So here we go.
What's up, guys? I have a sports topic question for you, and this one's for Dane, since he is the sort of self-glorified football expert with all of the fantasy football podcasts he listens to. But Dane, since I think it's the 1996 Green Bay Packers.
Dang it.
What is the only team to have the best offense and the best defense in the same season?
Ooh.
I'll give you some time to answer.
Wait, don't say it. Pause it.
I paused.
Best offense and best defense in the same season.
Not the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, yeah, it's obviously not the Cowboys. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the Cowboys.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was the Steelers.
No, they haven't had the offense for it. But honestly, I don't know.
Big Ben?
Do you just want to make one quick guess, and then I'll click play?
No, I have to think.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you got it?
I don't know if this is right, but I'm going to say the 2015 Carolina Panthers.
Okay, what about you? Name any football team, Michael.
I'm going to say the 2012 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, and I already know the answer, so I'll keep playing. Here we go.
If you guessed the 2010 San Diego Chargers, you're correct.
Dang it.
If you didn't know, the 2010 San Diego Chargers had the best offense and the best defense in the league and failed to make the playoffs.
Because
they
the
ended
NFL's
up 9
rigged.
and 7, and I think 4 or 5 games were determined specifically on failed special teams. I would love an in-depth analysis from the Until Next Week podcast on this incredible scenario in sports. See ya.
Sounds like they're the opposite of the Kansas City Chiefs, because if that was the case, they would have been 17-0. Actually, they would have given them 18 wins, even though there's only 17 games in the season.
There was only 16 then.
I know, but I'm saying they still would have given them 17 wins. 18 wins. They would have given them 2 bonus ones.
Two
for fun.
bonus wins. I get that. But no, this comes down to doing the little things correct. Because when you don't do the little things correct, you don't kick, punt, pass, run the ball, don't fumble the ball.
Well, the thing is, you kick a field goal and you just make sure to hit the upright and it bounces in, so you win the game.
Dude, Chiefs drive me up a wall.
I didn't know that happened until last night, or maybe really early this morning. And I'm like, they doinked it. And it went through, and I know the Chicago Bears are rolling in their graves.
That was Harrison Butker.
They're not dead yet, but
logging
yeah.
on the
Yeah.
haters right there.
Well, he didn't kick it.
Oh, it wasn't him?
He's been hurt. Yeah,
Oh, he's been
He's
hurt?
been giving lots of speeches instead.
Shows you how much I know about football.
Dang it.
Dang it.
This guy named Matthew Schrader or something like that.
Yeah.
I wonder
However,
if he's related to my former roommate.
probably is.
Yeah.
Based.
But yeah,
don't know.
it was kind of crazy. Best offense, best defense, and don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, 2010. I don't know if LT was there.
It
but
kind of reminds me in fantasy football as well, when you score the most points out of anybody, but then somehow you always get unlucky matchups.
Has that ever
every single
happened?
week. I've seen. Well, Joshua, we'll get into it. Actually, we can do it right now. Joshua Schmitz has been going off the past few weeks in fantasy football, and he did not make the playoffs.
He's making Crazy Carl proud.
Yeah, he didn't make the playoffs, but he scored 380 points in 1 week in our fantasy football league. And like the average, if you're like amazing, because again, our scoring's off because Jack ruined it. If you're amazing, you'll score 300 plus, and like super, super, super good, maybe 330. And he scored more than anybody at any point during the year this year against Ali Hoopy, and essentially eliminated any chance she would make the playoffs by scoring like 380 points. But he, I think, also has the most scored against them this year. I think he scored 3,300 during the year and had like 3,900 against them. Yeah. Which is highly unfortunate.
Yeah, that's called getting unlucky, because I would say the way to choose or to determine the best team is points for. Because then obviously whoever scores the most points probably had the best team this year.
Yeah, because again,
it doesn't always correlate. Yeah, I know a guy who is first in points for and also first in against, and he's 7-7.
I know. I've been in some fantasy football leagues before. It was just like one, and they had where I think whoever made the playoffs, I think the top 3 teams maybe got some kickback money, and then maybe who had the best record during the regular season, or maybe the most points scored, I think got some kickback.
Yeah.
Because it is unfortunate when you do score the most, because it doesn't matter really. Like, you're not technically competing against someone else.
So you think
they have their own offense, you have your own offense.
Exactly.
It's just you're unlucky.
That's why running is so fun, because you're just competing against you and yourself.
Yeah.
But I heard a TikTok thing that was this person is in a fantasy football league, a $500 buy-in, which is crazy. But
is this you?
No.
Okay.
They go to the playoffs that starts this week, and there's a 4-way tie for first place. And they've been in this league for like 8 years. And the tiebreaker has always been a head-to-head matchup.
And they all tied against each other?
No. This guy was going to get the number 1 seed because he had the best tiebreaker against everybody else. And then the week or the Thursday before, Wednesday before it starts on Thursday, the playoffs, he gets an email from the commissioner. And the email says, commissioner overrules new veto rules or new playoff tiebreaker rules. It will now be for points for instead of head to head. Reseeding has been done. And now,
what?
It was crazy. You changed the rules mid-season.
Was he one of the top 4 teams also?
He was, but he didn't get the buy.
You can't do that. If you have the rules all year and you have a $500 buy-in, you can't change anything unless it's like unanimous by like everybody.
Yeah, that was what was wild. Is you cannot change rules once the season starts. That's crazy.
I can get into that here shortly as well.
Yeah, you can't change rules once the season starts. And then part number 2 is that you also you had no vote and just use your commissioner powers to overrule everything.
A lot about communism.
Sounds like how our country's run.
That is communism. Right there. Yeah, nobody voted on this.
Bureaucracy.
Nobody wants this. But then they decided to ban TikTok anyways.
Yeah. I was going to say, I might have mentioned it last year, but I was in a fantasy football league where something similar happened. It was also a work league, so it shouldn't be too stressful. Long story short, we did not do this league again this year because of so much division that it caused. But there was a point last year where legitimately the commissioner out of nowhere changed the veto rules so he could push a trade through when we couldn't veto it, and immediately everybody's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You cannot do that. And we blew up his chat, and then he just silently changed the rules back, took away his trade, and didn't say a word.
Oh, I would have been livid.
Like some people who never said like a word about anything were jumping in the chat like, what are you doing? You cannot do this.
You can't do that. That's
why we didn't do this league this year, because it hurt some relationships there for a while. People weren't talking to each other.
I would have burned his cubicle down.
It was bad. It was bad. But anyways, besides that, so playoffs are starting for fantasy football. I was the number 1 seed. I ended the year on a 10-game win streak. So shout out. Number 2 seed, I believe, is Ryan Rockwell. Number 3,
some reason,
is you. You're the 3rd seed.
We finished tied for 2nd, but I got the 3rd seed.
He scored a lot more points than you.
I don't care.
And then because I forgot, because he lost the last week against Austin.
Yeah.
Austin, right? Austin?
Maybe.
I think it's Austin. You can look in the chat. I'm going blank. Austin Messer. That's it. Who I also found out he also worked at the current employer that I work at. He worked there like a few years ago. And I was like, what in the world? He was like, I knew what your job was, but I didn't know where you worked. but he found it interesting that we both have worked at the same workplace.
Yeah, you're playing
just
Austin
different
right
locations.
now, and I'm playing Ryan Rockwell.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see how it goes. I hope that I don't blow it after destroying most everybody this year.
Which this is a 2-week playoff
2
rounds.
weeks. And then the very last week is week 18 when anything can happen.
Sick. People will get benched and nobody's going to play.
It's going to be
Freaking Jack.
Josh Allen. It'll be interesting because Josh Allen is my main QB, who I just want to point out had the best fantasy football game ever.
He won't play week 18.
Let me get there. Let me get there. He scored 91.88 fantasy points in our league, which is crazy because, again, I said the very, very, very best teams maybe score 300 plus, and scoring 91 from a quarterback is ridiculous.
By yourself.
He ran for 3 touchdowns, threw for 3 touchdowns, had like 350-ish total yards.
Was that when he caught one too?
I don't know if he caught one or not, but then they lost like 44-42 after literally having like the best quarterback game in history because his defense failed him. Also, I think no interceptions. I'm pretty sure.
Gosh, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, 3 and 3.
Yeah. Which was, again, it was awesome because he was on my team there. But I have him as a QB and I have Tua as a QB.
Ooh.
Going into week 18, the only chance I start Josh Allen is if he's still in the running to maybe get the number 1 seed.
True.
If like somehow the Chiefs lose a game here or there and they're both going for it, then he would play the whole game and I would start him. But if not, and there's no chance they get the number 1 seed and they lock in the 2 seed or whatever it is, then I think I start Tua, assuming that they still have a chance to make the playoffs.
If they start to,
It will be interesting. And both those guys have been going off. Tua, the past 4 weeks, has been averaging like 70 fantasy points a game. And I had him on my bench.
In my Dynasty League, I've been starting Tua.
Yeah, he's awesome. But I've been going with Josh Allen for obvious reasons. He's been more consistent. He's less likely to die halfway through the game.
He's white.
Gosh, no.
You hate
yes, but no.
You hate Hawaiian people.
Stop.
That's what this is about.
You're crazy.
Michael, what do you think? Does
Stop.
Samuel hate Hawaiian people?
Stop.
You might have to bleep this.
No,
But
no.
Samuel's
Okay, I bleep that. There you go, Michael. There's your bleep.
bring on the bleeps.
Yeah, we already have like 2 or 3 bleeps. I'm going to bleep the thing about the thing you said about Santa earlier. I'm going to bleep out afterwards just in case, because we gave no warning. And if some little kid or any age person listens and they
Lindsay
didn't want to
Reed.
hear a secret, then now it's bleeped.
Lindsay
So there
Reed's
you go.
cats.
There you go. Yeah, we don't want the cats to, or we don't want Daniel
that
to
she
know.
tortures Daniel with.
She does torture Daniel with those.
That's wild. The only other
Maybe that's why he lost his testicle.
Whoa, oh my word.
That was
He'll have to
pre-
bleep that too.
That was
we already
Lindsay.
talked about the stuff. Okay, so yeah, we talked about all that. The Packers lost to the Lions, but really they just lost to the refs because the refs hated the Packers in that game. It was very unfortunate. And then Juan Soto, baseball superstar, was with the Yankees this past year. He signed the biggest baseball contract in history.
Biggest North American sport contract in history.
I saw someone put the highest NBA contract currently and the highest NFL contract currently combined is less money than how much he just got, and his is fully guaranteed.
What you saw was, I saw the same thing. What it was LeBron James's career earnings.
Well, no, I think his current one. It was like a 5-year deal is what he's on currently. That's like $250 million. And then the highest football one, which is Mahomes at like 440. You add them together and it was like $700 million. It might be, you could tell me the career earnings too.
I saw career earnings from Tom Brady and LeBron do not equal $765 million.
And again, this is fully guaranteed. He could hypothetically not play a game and get $765 million. And it's funny because, again, he played with the Yankees last year. He went to the New York Mets, so still in New York. And I saw this interview where people were going around like Yankees fans are like, hey, where will Soto go? And he's like, no chance he goes to Mets. This is a dynasty here. Like, we're the best. There's no chance he goes.
Yankee fans are the worst.
I know they are. And then he went to the Mets, and I'm like, that's wild. And the Yankees offered $760 million, $5 million less, but for 16 years.
Yep.
And he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to the Mets, and I love it.
No
I love
loyalty
that he did not
from
go to
this
the Yankees.
$5 million less. He's like, nope.
But I'm still irked because the people had a chance to sign him, because we recently gave $988 million to Ukraine, and we could have spent
And
that on Juan.
1776 will commence again. You're trying to take our fun. You're trying to take our
We
funds.
could have signed Juan Soto to a lifetime contract, and instead we gave it to overseas.
Instead, they keep melting your brains over Justin Bieber.
It doesn't surprise me that Michael was excited about that. But that's
I
all my.
think
That's all
Jack
my.
Holmgren sent that to me or something.
That's all my sports talk. Okay, Dane, what about you? What's going on?
So the Until Next Week football chat is committed to taking down Jack Holmgren,
Shout out.
which
we should
Angela
insurrect him.
really wants him to be taken down
Shout out Angela Birdwell.
because she said that we should take him down. By that, I mean that she said, quote, hashtag take down Jack. Jack said no. Ryan said, I'll throw it if we can knock him out.
Because we're trying to figure out how to get Jack out of the playoffs, right?
Yeah, at the time we were, which he ended up not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
guess he lost.
That's good. He said, oh my gosh, stop it. I'm betting on you winning, Ryan. And then Ryan said, haha, no worries. I never try to throw games. That's almost as bad as collusion. Hashtag trade game. Hashtag Samuel loves collusion.
I love
Samuel colluded with the Russians.
the past like 5 weeks. Our fantasy chat has came alive after like no words.
It's crazy.
Like the first 3/4 of the season.
Yeah.
And then one interesting trade just makes everybody go crazy.
My phone will be buzzing and people were like, what's happening? Who's texting you? I'm like,
Yeah.
people in my fantasy football.
for my podcast.
For my podcast community. They're like, huh? And I'm like, yeah.
That's the most
There's
mid-20s, middle America, suburban white guy comment I think I've ever heard.
I'm not suburban. I'm
stated.
ghetto.
That could be a clip in the future.
That's for the Patreon, I think.
That happened. Any other sports updates you have?
Yeah, Bill Belichick went to North Carolina Tar Heels because he gave a big middle finger to the NFL.
And he's like, now I've officially won. I have beat Tom Brady. Because after they separated, they're like, well, now we'll see who's truly better, Tom Brady or Belichick.
The divorce.
Belichick, he went back to college. He got eligibility, which means he beat out Tom Brady.
Something
He's
like
the
that.
reason they won.
I don't know about that. Dang, Bill Belichick is goated. But then, yeah, he keeps getting ostracized because he's old in his ways of thinking, and specifically in ways of drafting.
Yeah.
Because he never could develop skill players. He could develop a mean defense, but can't call an offense worth a lick.
I think it'll be interesting, though. I think UNC will get some crazy recruits now just because they're like, oh, wait, you coached Tom Brady. Oh, you have 6, I think, Super Bowls.
Yep, 6.
Let's go there instead of this random college.
Well, that's what he said is going to be his pitch, is that he's going to pitch like, hey, I'm going to get you pro ready.
I was going to say also, like, he'll probably be bringing in pro players all the time.
Yeah.
To help. Like Tom Brady, I don't know what the relationship is.
They hate each other.
Then he probably will not be there.
Yeah.
But maybe
Teddy
Alec,
Bruschi.
not Alex Smith, Garoppolo. Maybe Garoppolo will come
Jimmy
by.
might.
He
No.
really liked Jimmy.
Jimmy's got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
He did really like Jimmy.
Yeah, he was a big Jimmy guy. But
Yeah, Teddy Bruschi.
yeah. How did the Cowboys do anything this week?
Yeah, we sure did. So imagine if you were playing on Monday Night Football and then
Monday.
imagine you're the Cowboys and the score is tied 20-20 against the Bengals, and then you get a stop on 4th down. You're like, oh, perfect. They're going to punt to us. And then the Bengals go to punt and they snap it. Cowboys rush. Here comes the rush and block. They blocked the punt.
They did it.
And it's flying in the air. Nobody touch it. And here comes one of the, not the gunners, but one of the DBs, and he tries to field it. And when he tried to field it, it went off of his arm. And once the receiving team touches the ball, it becomes a live ball. And I saw it in real time. And it goes off his arm, and the Bengals recover, promptly go down and score a touchdown and win the game.
Well, okay, so the Bengals kicked.
They were punting. The Cowboys blocked the
So
punt.
it went behind them?
No, it like got tipped and it went straight up in the air.
Okay.
And so it's at like the 50-yard line. It's like, perfect. We'll just kick a field goal and win like here soon. Like run the ball a couple times. And then it's like, get away. Nobody touch the ball, because then it's a dead ball as long as you don't touch it from there.
So if they block it, that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
But then after that, if it's like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Once the receiving team touches the ball, it becomes a live ball.
After the block. He's a block.
After
is
the
irrelevant.
block. Yeah,
Okay,
the block's
that makes
irrelevant.
sense.
And then, so that he touches it, goes off of his arm, Bengals recover, they score a touchdown 30 seconds later, which was good for my fantasy team because I have Jamar Chase in my dynasty league, and ended up getting me into the playoffs, which is good in that league. However, The Cowboys lost.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, it's probably better.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Not that sorry, but I'm sorry.
I'm pissed at Jerry. Jerry is not doing us justice, just like that squirrel outside is also not doing us justice.
I don't see that squirrel.
Michael sees the squirrel.
Do you see a squirrel?
I see.
Dead people?
Everything.
Oh,
No.
okay. I didn't know where you were going with that.
No, I was going to do that one thing. You know, when Joe Biden sends him his ears, he gets really close to the mic and says, I'm the guy who did that. Okay.
I don't know that.
Well, when I can't hear people like that, that starts to really grind a lot of things in me.
Well, I don't. Michael, did you have any sports talk, or do you want to get into grind some gears?
I've got some good sports talk.
Do you actually?
So this is actually pretty funny.
Okay.
I have a friend who some might say he's a lawyer, some might say he's an attorney, but I say he's to say it in his voice now. He's a lawyer. You know, it's not the best job for everyone now, but
obviously
it's not a bad profession, Michael. Mm-hmm. So he has a very gorgeous voice. I was at a football game.
Okay, that's where the sports come into play.
Me and a couple of my friends were there, and we're saying, hey, what if we stormed the field? And my friend's like, no, this isn't a game we'd storm the field for. I said, okay, well, what happens if we do? Right? Yeah, we wait for well, this is what happened, though. I was texting my friend Jake, and this game was an OU game. And I said, Jake, if we beat OU, are we going to storm the field? And he said, Michael, you can't storm the field if you beat OU. They're not a very good team.
True.
But this guy, so as you can tell from his voice, is a rather southern brother. And let's just say he happens to root for a team that
Texas
happens to be, he is sort of from Texas, but no, he happens to root for a team that's
mascot.
Or I'm not trying. Oh, what's their chant happens to rhyme with
Florida State.
Roll
Tide.
Roll
Alabama.
Tig. We'll say something like that. It sounds like that. The team sounds like that, and their mascot is an elephant.
Sure is.
And
like
let's just say that same team that I said, oh, if we beat him, can we storm the field? He said, no, you can't storm the field. They're not good.
Oklahoma's not good.
Oklahoma beat Alabama
Yeah, they did.
Storm the
next
field.
week. And I texted him. I said, what were your thoughts on this football game? He said, Michael, that was not a very good football game now.
Well, listen, that Oklahoma loss was the reason they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm so
crazy.
glad I saw that meme where everybody's around like a grave and they're all pointing and smiling and like cheering, you know?
Yeah.
And they had the college football playoffs expanded to like 12 teams, all the teams. And it shows Bama in the grave because they did not make the expanded playoffs, which is wild.
I saw another meme where it was
Nick Saban.
the OU logo and it was Spider-Man and they were all holding Spider-Man. They're like, careful everyone, he's a hero. You know?
Yeah, when he's like dead.
Yeah. Whoever knocks the Chiefs out of the playoffs this year, they're going to make that same meme with them.
And whenever that does happen, I'm sure the Chiefs will be very disappointed. And some might even say it grinds their gears. I tried to push the button.
Oh, my hips. No.
Oh, you got caught.
Oh, no, it's still happening.
Got tighter on Dave. Where to keep it there?
I love that sound effect.
This is so stupid.
Michael, what's grinding your gears?
There's a couple things that grind my gears. I'll say one thing. This kind of has to do with White Elephant too. I'll say,
Just say it.
During my White Elephant, I gave a certain gift to a certain individual.
What's her name?
Because this individual deserved a gift to remember the moment where they almost accidentally ended my life due to their carelessness with sharp objects. Let's just say I was using a rather, shall we say, the opposite of blunt, a sharp instrument.
You were using a blunt?
No, not blunt. I said the opposite of blunt. So instead of a blunt instrument, I was using a rather sharp instrument. And I was using this instrument with one of my friends.
Shots? Like mayonnaise?
I was putting shots. Yeah, I was practicing my shot skills, but I don't drink beer because I'm Baptist. I was practicing, shall we say, let's just say I was
the dark arts.
I was practicing the dark arts, like the Dark Lord. And when I was practicing my defense against the dark arts with my, shall we say, sharp instrument, one of my other rather sharp instrument, shall we say, knife happy, scalpel happy friends was also practicing her defense against the dark arts. And she stabbed me. She stabbed my finger. And I said, oh, that hurt. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So I just milked it for literally 8 weeks straight. I said, hey, remember that one time when you almost killed me because you stabbed me? Literally, I saw this person, I think probably 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week for 8 weeks. And that's all she got. So it was awesome. So we had a white elephant gift party with some of our colleagues, and I gave her a Chipotle gift card and a knife.
How does milking your finger help?
So my finger,
like a cow.
I didn't milk my finger. So you milked.
You said you milked it for
You can
8
milk a
weeks.
finger.
Well, you can milk a finger to get a blood sample to
Ew.
do like a bedside glucose check, but I don't know
please
anything
don't.
about medicine or anything. So that's just like my wild guess. But I actually work at a bank full time.
True.
So we were practicing the dark arts to defend ourselves against bank robbers.
Obviously.
And when we were practicing our defense against the dark arts to protect ourselves from the dark lord of bank robbers,
So when are you
I
going to
got
call
stabbed.
this girl?
What?
Are you in love with this girl?
No.
Why not?
Because she's a communist and tried to kill me.
That's okay.
But she's a very nice person.
See?
Anyway,
She's a communist.
Here's the deal. Yeah,
she
she's a
tried to
communist.
kill me. She's a nice person.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, when Trump was like, some I assume are good people. That's kind of how I would say the same about her.
Does she talk like that too?
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
She's actually really cool. But anyway, this is what happened next for the grinds the gears. We have the gift. So I give the gift, right? I received a gift too. My gift, it's even better. So what else grinds my gears than almost getting stabbed when I was practicing my defense against the dark arts is mouth ulcers. So
What?
one of my other friends at this bank that I work
I
at
think
brought
he
in
just
candy.
cursed.
Is that
He
an
brought in-
STD?
hold on, mouth ulcers? They're just ulcers you get in your mouth.
Ew.
But-
Michael.
So this is what happened. Guys, this is not that gross.
I don't know.
I really like sour candy. That's my guilty
Ew,
pleasure.
that's
Is that
so
your-
gross.
That's your new operation?
My
name?
friend brought in a bunch of candy that his
Wink,
wife
wink.
didn't hand out from Halloween.
Was it special
right.
candy?
No, it was
Gummies?
just Sour
Brownies?
Patch Kids, and then it was Warheads. So I literally think I consumed probably 8 Warheads in the span of an hour.
Were
and
they spiked?
That's
that
crazy.
next week I noticed I
Warheads
have
are
literally
wild.
just mouth ulcers and like my jaw, my teeth, just literally I had a huge ulcer in my mouth and my tongue hurt. I needed John Lindell stat, guys. I'm serious.
Dang,
Only not
dang.
for my toes.
Remind me to clean off the mic after this. I don't want to get that contagious.
No.
We didn't change back
Yeah,
to
you
the
gotta
buttons. You got to. There you go. There
That's
you go.
crazy.
What happened
You
though
gotta change between 'em.
is I was telling one of my friends, dude, I have insane mouth ulcers right now, and I
Usually
don't know
don't
why.
share that with people.
And then, me and some of these individuals spend an absorbent amount of time with each other. It's not even funny. But what happened is we were saying, well, what happened? Did you hurt yourself or drink something or eat something? I was like, no. But then I was literally looking I was opening another warhead. It's like, no,
Obviously.
I don't know what to do. I read the fine print on the warhead says, warning, may cause literal
STDs.
mouth damage. It said may damage like oral cavity or whatever.
Ew.
Like don't eat multiple at the same time. So I was thinking,
Multiple.
oh, oops.
This could be it.
I literally that night was prying dead skin off of my tongue.
This just in. You have 30 seconds to finish your story.
Okay.
It's just
So for White Elephant, I got warheads and a hat for my White Elephant gift, and I loved it. And I ate them all this week pretty much.
Who was your secret
Thank
Santa?
One of my friends.
It was this girl. I knew it.
It was a different girl.
Okay.
Ooh.
So all that grinds your gears.
Yeah, the fact that I got mouth ulcers and I almost got stabbed grinds my gears. So
what
that's
about-
2 ways I could have died.
What
this
about Brett
past-
Cooper?
Brett Cooper. It's sad that she left, but do you know what else grinds my gears?
Ben Shapiro?
Communism. And do you want to know who fights against communism?
Brett Cooper.
Tom Cruise.
Oh.
In Top Gun.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah. This is a side quest that I thought about in my head.
Yeah.
I was at a Halloween party.
Obviously.
And I was getting out of a parking garage, and I saw there was a bird scooter by this parking garage. I was going to go walk to my friend's
those aren't real.
Birds aren't real.
Birds
Yeah,
aren't real, but
that's
the
so
scooters
true.
are. I was going to walk to my friend's place, And I saw the scooter. I'm like, wait, I'm in a Top Gun costume because I was dressed up as Goose, and one of my friends was dressed up as Tom Cruise. Yeah, I did. Hey, in my opinion, I had the best couple's costume at this Halloween party that I went to.
You in the sky?
Yeah, it was great. With all of our coworkers from the bank, we had this company Halloween party, because I work at a bank, and I saw that scooter. I'm like, I got to ride the scooter to my friend's place. So I literally am riding downtown like Macklemore, right? On the scooter.
Wait, what?
The song Downtown.
It's a song called Downtown by Macklemore about riding a scooter downtown.
What?
Oh, he's doing the song. He's doing Thrift Shop.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Okay, here you go.
Dang, that's $50 for a come up.
Whoa.
It's his shirt. But anyway, I want the leopard print. Anyway, so here's the story. I'm riding the scooter downtown past this parking garage, and I literally have my Goose sunglasses on. I'm wearing a Top Gun flight
Aviators.
suit, and these girls drive past me in a car blasting the Top Gun theme.
Really?
And I'm just like, yeah, let's go. And they were clapping for me. That was a wholesome moment. It was literally a cinematic moment, and it was a masterpiece.
Was it Highway to the Danger Zone?
They were playing the actual top. Yeah, they were playing Highway to the Danger Zone. And then later that night, I was bringing the Danger Zone on the dance floor because Clarity was being played. And when Clarity plays,
you get Clarity.
We get the gat out.
Oh,
that's right.
There we go.
That's why you get banned.
I'm going to say mine grinds my gears now.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You work at a bank. I work at Chuck E. Cheese. Where do you work, Samuel?
I can't say under a legal obligation because it is not legal type work.
Oh, because it's a stripper type work.
Well, I didn't want you to say it.
Well,
you were telling us earlier that you were quite skilled at twerking. You might have to bleep that.
Such a good point.
I'm not believing it.
Let's go.
You work at a candy shop. I run the slowest mile.
That's not me.
Is it 50 Cent who sings about candy shops? I think it is. Yep. So that's what I do.
Was he the guy that was upside down at the Super Bowl or whatever a couple years ago?
That was him. I met him at Hy-Vee in Springfield. So anyway, what grinds my gears? Bad rules for white elephant gift exchanges. We talked about it earlier with the K-Life Christmas party. Past like 2-3 years, always the same rules. You get a gift, either open one or whatever. And then the next person, well, except for the first person, I'm saying, only gets to open one.
Yeah.
Then the next person gets to open or steal.
Yep.
And then so on and so forth. But eventually gets to the point where there's so many people who already have gifts, and then there's ones to still open.
Yep.
In the past, we've always done, if it's your turn, you can steal, but then that person who's stolen from can then steal again.
Yeah, you keep going.
We decided for some reason to change the rules this year where they're like, actually, if you get stolen from, you have to pick a new gift. And I'm like, that's kind of dumb. Why are we changing up the rules? But okay, I mean, as long as we have the same rules throughout, it's completely fine. Like, why do anything else?
I never heard that. I just stole.
That was what the rules were. It's like, once you're stolen from, you have to pick a new gift. And then give or take 16, 17 gifts in, just change the rules. They're like, oh, now I'm going to steal from someone else. Which was that started with you?
Probably was.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are we doing? We can't just do it. Like the first 16 people could have stolen at this point. So now you're messing up the whole game. And I'm like, okay, I guess whatever. But then they also have where like gifts.
This sounds like some Joseph Hendricks mischief.
I mean, he's the one who did it.
Mischief.
But that was kind of annoying. But again,
Trevor Batten would have never let that happen.
Anyways, I was like the 25th person to pick, and I went to get a gift. I did not open a new gift. I did steal a gift. And I was like, okay.
Just like
you
the
stole
election.
the Bucky's.
Yeah, I stole a Bucky's gift.
Yeah.
Which I thought would be a good gift. It was like a Bucky's blanket and a Bucky's snack. And I was like, maybe I might stick with this. Who knows? But again,
right.
A few people later, they stole the blanket. I'm like, I hate you. And then I went to steal another gift because the rules had changed. And this other individual had like a giant wiener dog.
Yeah,
and like a metal wiener dog container. And then also a candle.
Hey, I brought that.
You did?
Yeah. I brought the golden dachshund and the candle.
That's pretty cool. I sent you a picture a few weeks ago of the elephant that I got from you.
Yeah.
And I put that up as Christmas decor each year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was cool that year.
Yeah, I was happy.
I always go to Home Goods and just find the weirdest thing.
It was cool. And I'm like, I kind of want this dog and also the candle. I'm like, this seems like a good gift. But of course, a few people later, it gets stolen again. And then at that point, some gifts had already locked down. So I couldn't steal the Bucky's back, which made me mad.
True.
I couldn't steal, I think, another item. I would have gone for like a Chick-fil-A gift card. And I kind of forgot what some of the other gifts were. There were some other gift cards as well. And it got to the point where I think it was legitimately like the last person.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can either pick the last gift or steal from someone.
Of course.
And I should have stolen, but instead I picked the last gift and it was just like a normal blanket. I'm like, I mean, it's not the worst case scenario. Some person got a fish.
Yeah, they did.
And also, just with all these rules that made it annoying, not only did Jake's Body Shop steal your toaster, which ruined a lot of things because there should have been another good gift in the mix.
Yeah, instead of my stolen toaster.
Stole a traffic cone. We are a ministry, and 2 people stole the gifts they brought, which completely threw off everything. If you would have brought 2 good gifts, it would have made so many things more interesting.
Was it Sean who stole the traffic cone?
No, it wasn't
Close.
him. I don't think is he still in K Life? I don't know. Doesn't
He may
matter.
not be. He's a communist.
Doesn't
he
matter.
works for Hill City.
Doesn't matter.
True.
But yeah, it was just a little annoying that some people stole gifts and some people brought bad gifts. And when people bring fish, like no one wants a fish.
I really don't want to fish.
And I'm like, it's just kind of running it. I would rather want more high quality gifts in the mix.
That should be banned.
if you bring a bad gift, make it really funny.
Yeah.
Not like a fish.
You
Fish
don't
is
bring
bad.
an animal because again, some people straight up don't want one.
I really
and then
don't
no
want it,
one steals it. Like if
they
I
can't
got that,
afford
I don't
one.
know what I would have done.
Like the mouse last year.
That was
there was
stupid.
a mouse.
So stupid.
I
Who
wasn't
brought
there.
the mouse?
Luke.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
He would do that.
I was so annoyed.
No, that's actually
but
that's
I-
cringe.
I
Oh
got-
wait, I remember that actually. Remember him telling me about that.
He's almost my brother-in-law.
Yeah. I got a good gift last year because I got a Bucky's hat, like a stocking cap and like a Bucky's chocolate bar.
I remember
and that's
that.
why I wanted the Bucky's blanket to go along with it. But that's basically all of the bad stealing rules.
Guess what I got last year in the gift exchange?
A girlfriend.
cancer.
Cancer.
Yep,
That's right.
yep, yep.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was cancer.
And then besides all
Dan
that,
has cancer, by the way.
we played 99.
Oh,
99
For the first time-
99.
Can I
99.
I'll let
Michael,
you, I'll
this
let
was
you,
the first time since you left that we played 99.
I'll let you dig in.
I'm coming tomorrow night, guys.
Ew.
And 99 will be played.
Sorry.
We need to play 99.
99. You're going to be my workplace because it's in the West Wing where I work all the
The
time.
disco?
Yeah.
I don't
Good.
think.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish you were there because you were not there. Collusion happened to me.
Russian
What?
collusion.
And I was getting very annoyed because again, we've mentioned before.
Tell
with
me
this
what
90
happened.
I'm getting there. That's what I'm trying to do.
Joseph Hendricks,
I can't
we're coming
talk.
for you.
Yep. Anyways, so the point of this game is there's like cards with different values. You play down one at a time. Eventually, like you get to like 90 points, 92 points, 95, and once you get to 99, you cannot break 99. If you
That's
go
when
over,
it gets spicy.
That you have to add up all the way to it.
yes,
It's like
kings
three
are
is
worth
3.
10, threes are worth 3. There's some cards
4
that,
is
like,
worth 0, 9 is reverse. Or is it 9
4
is
is
0?
reverse.
That's right. 4 is reverse, 9 is 0.
10 is minus 10.
Anyways,
And 1 is 11 or ace. But a laser beam.
I just won't give any Grindsmith gears. This is your podcast, Michael. This is yours.
I like mine.
This is yours.
I'm gonna let you
do not-
finish.
Yeah, thank you. Let me finish.
But Beyonce.
Yes. So anyway, you cannot go over this 99. If you do, then you get a strike. Once you get 2 strikes, then you lose and have to do a punishment. Usually the punishments aren't like horrible. Like it could be something like do something embarrassing, sing a song, whatever
Jump in a
else.
lake, roll in some sand.
And then that's kind of what we're talking
Drink a
about.
mystery drink.
oh,
That's what we were talking about originally. And then they're like, no, let's do a mystery drink. And I'm like, that's stupid. That's so dumb. It's not even worth it. But I was
Was
like,
my-
I was
was my-
sitting down
was my
there.
name
I
invoked?
was sitting there for so long. And then they eventually decide on that because it took 20 minutes to explain the rules, even though
Yeah.
it's not that difficult. And then I saw people early on kind of switch around cards a little bit. I'm like, that's
Oh.
cheating. That's cheating. You cannot do that. And I wouldn't care that much, but they were next to me.
Just like the
which means
voting machines in
it
Arizona.
could affect me. I'm getting annoyed. That's what grinds my gears. I'm going to add Michael Fuller to this list of grinding my gears. Anyways, I saw people changing around cards and I got the first strike and I was like, that's kind of annoying. And
I gave
then-
you the first strike.
yeah, because I was sitting next to you. I shouldn't have stopped by you. That was a mistake. And then it kind of started going again. Some other people got strikes. And then someone got what's called a laser beam, which is if you have 3 of the exact same card, you can play it down and say laser beam and do the sound effect that Michael just did. Pew! Yes. And then everybody gets a strike, which means I had 2 strikes. Someone else had 2 strikes. Someone else had 2 strikes. And I did not believe for a second that was a legit laser beam because that individual who got the laser beam was right next to, I believe, Joseph Hendricks, who was
a communist,
changing around cards like nobody's business. And I was just annoyed and frustrated. And I just kind of sat there, just disappointed. Like, why'd I even stay here for 99? Like, that's what am I doing? But anyways, they went to make a mystery drink, and I sat there watching for a while. But whenever people started gagging, I did what I had never thought I would do, and it was such a big boss energy move. I just got my stuff and just walked out the front door, and then just got in my car and drove away. Did not say a word to anybody.
I called you. You didn't
10 minutes
answer.
later, you called. I mean, I didn't have my ringer on, but I saw you called. I'm like, yeah, I'm not picking up. Like, it's not worth it. I'm not doing this. Like
I definitely called you in front of everybody.
I don't care, but like I almost threw up like last year when they were doing like this eggnog chugging thing, and that's eggnog.
You did throw up at the original mystery drink.
No, I didn't throw up. I just as soon as it went into my mouth, I spit it out.
Up.
Okay. Anyways,
Micah didn't throw up. Though.
I can't talk. Anyways, I just was like, I'm not doing this. If you guys are about puking for what you're putting in, I'm not dealing with that. I'm leaving, and I went on my way, and I
should have had your Pepto-Bismol.
I will go down and say that whole game was rigged from the beginning, and I was not going to accept the election results. So that is all.
And then you're going to come back in 2024 and win it all.
Nah, I probably won't ever play again. But unless it's a punishment that's not like the nasty ones are just stupid. I hate those.
Nasty ones are stupid.
Yeah,
Michael.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Michael, what punishments have you done in 99?
Well, so let's see. My favorite one is probably either the singing with Braden Ambra or Jess Martin shaving my legs. That was pretty funny.
You've had to do some nasty mystery drinks.
I've done my fair share of mystery drinks. I've had to roll in the sand with all of my clothes on after jumping in the lake.
Yep.
So we got the sing with Braden Ambra. We got Jess Martin shaving my leg. What's another one? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember.
You've done a lot.
I think that might be the 4 that I've done.
There was a blind date one that I tried to lose on.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't let me lose.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Did I ever lose one after that?
Was there one where we had to call somebody?
There's been a lot of weird ones.
Yeah. I don't remember. We used to play this all the time in year 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, it's because
great.
Michael was always there, and he was always losing because I'm pretty sure they're always colluding against you, Michael.
That's crazy.
But hey, I came back and won it all in the very end, just like this last election.
Wow.
Because Donald Trump rigged it.
Why
Hillary should have won.
Why would people rig 99? That doesn't make any sense.
No, why would they do that? Now, I don't think Joe has ever lost. I just want to point, he's played every single game. I don't think he's ever lost. I wonder how that's happening. It's kind of crazy.
We're gonna fix that tomorrow night.
I'm not gonna play. But anyways, what grinds your gears, Dane?
So what grinds my gears is Amish muscle relaxer, because yes, that's part of what we put into this mystery drink.
What?
So is
that why people started puking?
Yeah.
Or
what
like
is Amish muscle relaxer?
Don't know, but I did a shot of it.
What's its mechanism of action?
Is it supposed to be something edible or like what?
It's a drink. So
Amish. Wait, you're saying like mussels?
Yeah, muscle.
You spelled it like muscle, like the fish. Or
I can't spell.
The oyster or whatever. Yeah.
So what it was is, as one of the victors, I got to choose the mystery drink. Me and Abby, and I chose somebody else.
Palmer.
Yeah, Abby Palmer. Mm-hmm. And I said, Abby, you can't be back here because you were. And so
that's right.
Keep going. Keep going.
Bleep that.
I will bleep it. Just keep going.
That's so funny. That's so funny, Dane. I love that. Did you actually say that?
No.
Oh, dang it.
Because I didn't think about it, but I said it before though. But we did.
And just a friendly reminder: these bleeps are not actual profanity because
do not explain the bleeps.
Wholesome, fun for the whole family.
They can assume.
Dane is PG-13.
They can assume whatever they want with the bleeps.
I'm PG-13. Everybody else is rated G.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
bleep.
I will take care of it.
So yes,
it was Amish muscle relaxer, which acts as like apple cider vinegar. And so apple cider vinegar, basically, and I did a shot of that really burned going down.
Yeah.
And then they had the jingle juice as the base.
Okay, that's not bad at least.
Yeah, that was good. And then we put coffee creamer in there, and then something called what was it? Aminos.
Okay, so it wasn't as nasty of what they've done in the past.
Yeah,
probably because they had
the nastiest.
Probably because they had the adults there,
yeah,
and they didn't want to make some nasty whatever.
It was crazy.
We did it at Jake. What's Jake's last name? The president.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we did it at Jake's house, though, with his wife and his kids there, too, one time.
Yeah.
No, one of the losers for this one was one of the host's daughters.
So they're like,
Yeah.
you can't do anything too crazy.
This high school girl. And we were like, yeah, let's not go crazy.
That is a very valid point. I should have thought about that they wouldn't have made it get too crazy with her there.
Sure, it tasted nasty, but it was drinkable.
Yeah, it wasn't some chunky mess.
Like what we did in years past where we blended lasagna, cottage
Yeah, that
cheese,
stuff-
Mountain Dew.
That's
eggs,
nasty.
Mountain. Yeah, I think
So
there was
this
a
one,
Mountain Dew in there.
honestly,
Pizza.
not horrible.
Yeah, there's
milk,
pizza crust in there.
It's
milk.
mainly just you don't
Mayonnaise.
know. You don't know what it's going to be, but
Yeah.
that doesn't sound as bad. Like if I had to take a sip of it and I knew exactly what was in it,
Yeah.
then I probably would have been okay.
So Joe made an amendment after you left that if they could guess every ingredient that was in there, then they wouldn't have to drink it and I would have to drink it instead.
Well, he said that before, but
Yeah.
was he saying every ingredient or just
Every ingredient.
one?
No, every
There's
ingredient.
no chance anybody would get that.
Well, so we're standing there and everything's going fine. And then he's like, yeah, if you guys guess all the ingredients, we'll make Dane drink it. And I was like, they're not going to guess all the ingredients.
Actually,
and then
they can't make you do that. You have cancer.
exactly. And then he was giving them like several minutes to guess. I was like, hey, we got to get on with this. Like,
So they had as many guesses as they wanted?
they kept guessing. I was like, you can't just give them unlimited guesses,
well, especially
guys.
because she knows what's in her fridge.
She didn't. They kept asking her. They were like, hey, like, what's in your fridge? She goes, I don't know. I don't do the shopping.
That's valid. That's
She's
valid.
like a high school girl. And then Joe goes, hey, I tell you what, we'll give you like a minute to look in the fridge and you can see everything that's there. I'm like, no, that's
How long
crazy.
did it take you from when I left? How long was it until someone actually drank anything?
It was forever. Because I was like,
I'm glad I left them because I wouldn't have wanted to stay much longer.
yeah. They kept making amendments where they're like, if you just guess it, oh, you can go look now. Oh, you can have unlimited guesses. I'm like, no. You guys can't keep doing this to try and get me to drink
Sounds like
it.
they keep trying to change the rules just to get the outcome that they want.
What?
Kind of sounds like something
Yeah.
happening in our country right now.
Oh my word. Keep going.
Or
keep
actually,
going.
back when I was in
We
this,
are never getting to our main segment.
back when I was in
Never.
K-Life, and they just rigged it always so that I would lose.
So true. We would never rig it to make you lose, Michael. But that's it. That's
That
all my
grinds my
gears that were
gears.
grinded.
Okay. This is taking forever, but we're going to make it even longer because we do have a main segment.
That's what she said.
Surprising. Anyways, we have a main segment, and so we're going to do the best parts of Christmas draft. We will all pick 4 different things. We'll go, I don't know, from least to greatest. So Dane, Michael, me, and vice versa. You get to pick what, again, just like any top part of Christmas, and we'll all pick 4. We'll do a snake draft. Let us know how we do. We'll put it in the polls. And that's just kind of where I'm at. So, Dane, what is the best part of Christmas?
Number 1, I'm taking Jesus.
Good answer.
Give me Jesus, because Jesus is the reason that Christmas is happening. Mm-hmm. Behold, a Savior was born.
Okay, good answer. What about you, Michael? What are you thinking for your number 1 overall pick?
For my number 1, I'm going to say go into, similar to Dane, a candlelit traditional Christmas church. I'm not talking these
Go into a
big
candlelit traditional Christmas church. Okay.
I'm not
That's so
talking
long.
about these Michael Bay mega churches
Whoa.
with their flamethrowers and
Flamethrowers.
Batman and who
Batman.
knows whatever else. But I'm talking about you walk in and it's candlelit. There's people wearing choir robes and
Hymns.
you can hear bass traditional hymns.
But no
and-
bass.
No, based.
Based, but no bass.
Yeah, and with an organ. Oh, that's so good.
Which organ?
The organ that takes up the whole wall.
Trail,
That-
state,
that's
body
bass.
part.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. Good first pick.
Yeah.
My number 1 overall pick, because again, you chose Jesus and you chose candlelight
take
Christmas churches. I'm going to go with just looking at some nice Christmas lights.
Christmas lights are fun.
Even though this is the time of year where it gets dark so much earlier,
4:30.
it's not as depressing as some may think because it gives more opportunities to see Christmas lights on all the different houses. Now, if you live in one of those neighborhoods that does not put up lights, that's kind of depressing. That's why you go to other neighborhoods. But for neighborhoods that do put up lights, like a nice little deer, reindeer,
Deer.
it can be a very joyous time. It just brings a lot of joy to me when I'm just driving down the street and just seeing lights
just
on
feeling
lights on
joy.
lights on lights.
In your 6-0.
And then on top of all that, sometimes people go especially hard and they have like a
Heart
radio
of the Paint.
station with music
I
that
hate
is
those.
lined up with the lights. We have this place called the Bagwell House in Springfield, Missouri. Look it up online if you want to. It's literally one of the top like residential houses in the nation for Christmas lights.
I don't have a house.
And it is wild and it's so cool and it brings me a lot of joy. So looking at Christmas lights during this time of the season is the number one pick for myself.
Can I expand on that for a second?
Sure.
On the topic of getting dark out
Whoa.
with the snow, my take on snow is
Pro.
snow. I am pro snow from the period of, let's say, December
Through May 7th.
15th through, let's say, January 15th, because that's the time where you're in the Christmas spirit, or as they say in the Michael Knowles show, the Advent spirit. Yes, I am not pro Advent erasure. That being said,
You don't
snow
like the
is
tale of
great
Christmas?
from December 15th to January 15th, but after that, it just becomes depressing and cold
Hear
and
me.
Arctic tundra.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if you put yourself, Michael Fuller, into your high school body? Now, how long does it go?
Well, in that
For snow.
case, it goes literally all year round.
Yeah,
because,
yeah, there we go.
Well, if you're a senior in high school, it goes all year round. If you're not a senior, then you shouldn't, because you have to make days up, which is annoying.
Except it gets to a point where I think it's after 7, they can't make it go any longer. So if once you hit like 7 snow days, bring them on.
But I don't want to
want
be
'em
in
all.
school till Memorial Day.
But I'm saying, like, once you already hit that max, at that point, give me all the snow you got. But
Give
now
me day after tomorrow snow.
they're changing a lot, and they're like, we'll just do online classes and not have snow days. I'm like, this is not the America I know and love.
Yeah, thanks,
Facts.
Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
So my number 2 overall pick, like again, I could go a lot of different routes, but I got to go with Christmas music, but specifically listening to the radio more, like when you're driving and such, because the Christmas music stations just hit different. There's something about listening to Christmas music on the radio instead of like Spotify, because it truly is only a month and a half ish during the year. And you know that whatever song you're about to hear
Mariah
is what
Carey.
they listened to back in the olden days. Like All I Want for Christmas Is You or Drummer Boy by Justin Bieber. And you don't have a choice on what you listen to. You just let it go. You let it flow,
Let it snow.
and you just see
Can't hold it back
what
anymore.
the Christmas people give to you.
Christmas music on the radio makes me want to drive off a bridge.
No, what makes me want to drive off a bridge is when they have 18 minutes of the commercials between one
That
song
too.
to the next.
Yeah.
That too.
But on the bright side, I know where to get all the deals on flooring in my area. I know
Dig it.
some of the best like food places and everything else. So that is a plus. So when I get in the car and listen to commercials the entire time, once I leave my house to work, it's good for me in the long run.
Wow.
But Christmas music is awesome for my number 2 overall pick. So Michael, what is your number 2 overall pick?
My number 2 overall pick is getting free things.
Oh.
Do you want to
Yeah.
expand?
Me like
Well,
free.
You give other people free things, and then you get free things. And if you're lucky, you get a free thing that actually
Are
that you
you
actually
just
need
talking
and can
about
use.
Gift giving?
Yeah, gift
Okay.
giving's a good thing.
That's a better way to word it. Okay,
Exactly.
there you go.
No,
gift
free
giving is
things.
great.
Free things.
Yeah,
Free things. Okay.
yeah. I mean, anything's free if you don't get caught.
That's such a good point.
There we go. There we go. There we go. So free things or gift giving.
And you give other people free things too in exchange.
And some people really embrace the part of the free thing and they steal your things to give to you.
I like that.
Shout out Jake's Body Shop.
I hate Jake's
So,
Body Shop.
Jake's Body Shop.
Dane, you got 2 picks here.
Sure do.
What are you feeling?
So my first pick is going to be not having cancer this year.
Well, you already had Jesus.
Oh.
So your second pick,
My second pick is going to be not having cancer this year.
not having cancer this year.
Allegedly.
I heard that was a publicity stunt,
It was a publicity
just
stunt.
like Lindsay Reed being pregnant.
Yeah, I've never seen a baby. Show the baby.
So not having cancer this year is your number 2.
Yeah, that's number 2. And number 3 is Mrs. Claus.
Do you want to expand?
What I'm saying is one day there will be a Mrs. Claus and I'll be like, hello, Mrs. Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, ho, ho.
Is that Operation Ho 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 or Operation Sleigh
No,
Ride?
he cuts it down. It's just ho.
No, it's Operation Wasteland right now because it's a desolate wasteland because I have the Buick.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, is there anybody out here?
But that's what you know true love is.
No.
If they love you in your Buick days, they'll love you in your truck days.
Could you call it Operation Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer?
It kind of
Go
feels that
to
way.
a senior citizen home and you will get all the ladies.
I probably will.
they
and
can
then
make lots of milk and cookies
can
for
marry
you.
her and get rich and then Be a professional marrier.
There you go.
So Mrs. Claus is number three.
Okay, Michael, what's your number 3 overall pick?
My number 3 overall is watching the claymation Santa Claus movies. I'm talking, that's back in the day when movies were based. You literally had a talking snowman running around in the middle of the North Pole singing songs with an elf who's a dentist. And then you got the snow miser and the heat miser. And you got literally Dane pretty much as young Santa Claus. Look it up. Google it.
I know you're talking about.
it is the most wholesome, the most based. You don't
It's
get
fun for the
entertainment.
whole family.
It is fun for the whole. You don't get much entertainment better than that anymore. I'm dead serious.
What if it wasn't wholesome, based, fun for the whole family? Was there any other adjectives?
Well, I'll say this.
How do you...
The heat miser and the snow miser kind of remind me of Samuel and Dane because one of them has red hair and is short. The other one's tall. And
I'm not short.
And it's really funny.
He's taller than you are, Michael.
Yeah.
Exactly. I am really short.
Samuel's just really
I'm
tall.
pilot height.
I'm above average height.
Oh.
The average height for a man is 5'9", and I am 5'11" and 3/4.
I'm small enough to fit into the cockpit of a fighter jet.
Ooh, which is all you need.
Number 3 overall pick. I'm going to go with time off of work and school. Thank you. It was a good pick. That's what I'm saying. We talked about the snow earlier, but if there's no snow, you still get that time off, especially in your school days, like elementary, high school, and college especially. You get college like a month off. High school, you usually get 1 to 2 weeks. And there's something about having that time where you can just truly embrace being a kid, enjoying life.
Well, your work doesn't
seeing
even
the Christmas
work.
lights, etc. And then I know not all workplaces are like this, but sometimes you have more flexibility with PTO around the holiday season. With mine being accounting,
yours is ridiculous.
We get a lot of time off, but then we go to
Actually,
the worst.
I heard you have unlimited PTO.
Yeah, we don't have to work. But then after that, you get hardest like 3 months of the entire year. So it's going from a great time off to immediately being stressed, but it's okay. It's okay. It's still nice to get that time off.
I'm not filing my taxes this year.
Okay. You do whatever. I'm not a tax guy. And then for my final answer, it's kind of more of a heart pick a little bit, but just kind of some time to reflect and slow down and spend that time with like family and friends. You don't get a lot during the year. I feel like it's always like hustling and bustling, and that's especially evident sometimes during the holiday season. But at the same time, if you just take that time to take a deep breath and relax, it can bring a lot of joy to you. So it is nice getting that.
This pick sucks.
I know. I'm sorry. I was trying to be heartfelt here. It was trying to ease off of some of your picks a little bit.
Oh, just wait till mine comes up.
I mean, you started with Jesus, which is serious. So
Exactly. Shout out to Jesus.
But yeah, that's my last one.
Mikhail?
I would say my next pick is...
Your last pick also.
Yes, my next and last pick would be sitting at the Christmas tree as the fire roars at 1 a.m. after going to 3 traditional candlelit church services. Setting out the cookies for Santa and the carrots for Santa.
Can you repeat that? All I have is sitting at the Christmas tree at 1 a.m.
Sitting at the Christmas tree at 1 a.m. after going to 3 different traditional candlelit Christmas
With the
services
fire
at churches.
roaring.
With the fire roaring in the background in your living room as you sit out the cookies for Santa and the carrots for the reindeer while you sit quietly at the tree for approximately 10 minutes contemplating life and then putting out the fire so Santa can come down the chimney because you got to get to bed because past 1 a.m., you know, Santa's getting pretty close. So you got to turn off the fire so he can come down the chimney.
Well, listen, I don't leave cookies and carrots. I leave cold beer and pickled eggs.
I bet he appreciates that.
He sure does before he goes and drives the sleigh.
Okay.
That's right.
Sleigh. Okay.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
For Dane's last pick.
My last pick is something down home, traditional, and I mean, it's not fun for the whole family.
You got that gold chain on your neck. I just realized that.
Sure do.
That's down home and traditional.
Sure is. Tell your friends. And so my last pick is not fun for the whole family because it's mistletoe. Mistletoe.
Oh, big fan of that kind of toe.
Mistletoe. I mean, we're not missing a toe, but we are mistletoe. And if
Like
you carry
James
one,
River?
like James River, and if you carry one in your pocket, then you might get a Christmas kiss, but probably not because you're at home with your family. So
And you have to be under the mistletoe.
so true.
So
but
you can't keep it in your pocket.
I don't know about that because I can put it above my head.
If they crawl under your legs, then they're under the mistletoe, so then they can come and give you a kiss.
A child.
Oh, but there's going to need to be some bleeps.
We all looked at each other.
Nothing needs to be a bleep. I'm just saying you have to be underneath the mistletoe, and then you can get a kiss.
It's crazy. That's why you walk up to them and put it above their heads.
Is that where you tried to do with?
Never have I ever.
Why?
Bleep it.
Why are you
bleep
bringing
it.
up her? She's not relevant to this
I want
podcast.
the bleeps.
She is not relevant to
She's
this podcast.
one of my favorite people in the
but
whole
it doesn't
world.
matter.
True.
She's not relevant to this podcast whatsoever. She doesn't listen to the podcast.
I hope she does.
But it doesn't matter because I bleeped out her name.
That's right.
And we're good. We're good.
Wow.
We're good. We're good.
Sorry,
Good.
you guys haven't had a lot of bleeps in a while, so I had to come up to get the bleep
We had
quota.
more bleeps than we've ever had 2 episodes ago.
That's right. It was awesome. So I was like, let's keep it up, guys. Let's keep it up.
Some of my honorable mentions are tricking the neighborhood kids, which is funny. Chris Brown, always a fantastic Christmas edition, and Baby Adolf.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah,
good.
your nephew. Alleged nephew.
Alleged nephew.
Because for all we know, Lindsay's just eating a little too much turkey at Thanksgiving. Because
some extras for myself, just really
crazy.
quick. Supplement Superstores is a local-ish brand, but they're kind of across the Midwest. But they give out some like free gear on like one of the Saturdays, usually during the Christmas season, where you get like a cool.
are you a rep where you can use your code Samuel
No.
144434?
You didn't even say it right, but Samuel 14434 for
14434.
pickleball paddles. We'll get to that. But they give out like a cool Christmas themed T-shirt and like some kind of like ornament or something else, and then also just like the festive drinks and other festive just festivals or parties or whatever else. All enjoyable.
I think I'm going to shave my beard after Christmas.
Do it. So just to say it again, Dane had Jesus, not having cancer this year, Mrs. Claus, and mistletoe. Michael had going to a candlelit traditional Christmas, free things, which is gift giving, claymation Christmas movies, and sitting at the Christmas tree at 1 a.m. after going to 3 traditional candlelit Christmas services with fire going and snacks out for Santa and deer and some other stuff.
Reindeer.
So that was his.
Contemplating life.
No, that's what mine is.
No, that was a part of mine.
Okay. And then mine is looking at Christmas lights, Christmas music, having time off, and then also just time to reflect and slow down and spend more time with family and friends.
See, it's not
Lame.
contemplating.
So let us know what you think.
Contemplating is
are
a
the
form of
best picks
introspection.
between Dane, Michael, or myself.
If you don't vote for mine, then you don't vote for Jesus.
Are the ultimate decider. But also,
I am the decider. Have you guys seen that meme?
I just
that
wanna
I'm talking
say-
about? It's a good meme.
no one vote for Michael.
Yeah.
I want him to
Boycott
have
Michael.
0 votes.
Also-
so that is your goal.
All of our lists really reflect our personalities.
This must be what it feels like to be Trump and Samuel's like CNN.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Michael, what time is it now?
It is 1:23.
No, it's time for everybody to stop walking and
If
stop
you're sitting,
driving.
pull over. If you're driving, sit down.
This is Dane's time, Michael.
Because it's time for Dane's Manifesto. Which this week for Dane's Manifesto, we are doing.
I was delayed. No.
This week for Dane's Manifesto, we are doing a 6-pack of questions with Michael Fuller. Wow, I've written down a few things.
I was actually prepared to not talk for 5 minutes straight.
No, I'll be talking about Jesus later. So we'll be unpacking what we want Michael to answer. And the first question is, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do first?
That's a very good question. If I had all the money in the world,
Yes.
I would probably buy some property.
Yeah.
I would invest the rest in real estate.
Yeah.
That's
you would buy property, and then with the rest, you'd buy real estate.
Well, I would buy property
Same
for
thing.
myself.
Same thing,
And
yeah.
then I would invest it in real estate. So I would buy my own real estate and then invest in someone else's real estate.
What Michael is saying is that he would buy property, build a compound, and start making his own rules on the compound, and then name it Waco.
Well, I'm not moving to Waco, Texas.
That's why you're building it here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep,
Springfield is kind of like the Waco of Missouri, though, I feel like.
Okay.
Kind of.
Anyway, I would probably buy some good land, but then I would invest in real estate elsewhere in a more,
Like Dubai.
like Dubai, because that's where you make all the money in
you
Dubai,
could buy
because
there.
oil and gas.
True.
Then I would probably
What are your
put it
thoughts on
forwards
the-
to my children going to college and becoming
Wait.
very skilled in
You have
whatever field.
children?
He sure does.
Yeah, I do.
What are their names?
Benjamin Lucas Fuller,
Let's say Ben Shapiro.
Samuel John Fuller, and yeah, there's those 2 for now. We've got 2 more on the way though.
We have 2 more on the way. That's who's we?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Don't say the name. Don't say the name. Don't say the name.
Or say the name.
Don't say the name.
Well, it's actually kind of like they just materialize like in Star Wars, like
okay,
Anakin
okay,
Skywalker.
okay.
Well, our second question is...
Until the Acolyte ruined that whole timeline.
I don't know what that means.
Shout out the Acolyte. It's a
Shout
cringe
out- shout
Star
out-
Wars Disney Plus.
Shout out Jack Holmgren for understanding these references.
Jack Holmgren understands it. The Acolyte ruined the Anakin Skywalker Force conception.
True. And that leads us actually directly into our second question. Why do you hate women?
Well, you're gonna have to bleep that.
Also, I'm changing to something. You have 20 seconds to answer each question.
Ooh.
I don't hate women, and you should bleep that because that's a really aggressive question.
Why do you want me to bleep that you don't hate women?
No, you should bleep the fact that Dane asked that because that's a bleep thing. I do not. I love women.
You call people communist.
Yeah, I call people communist
This seems very
regardless of their.
convicting.
I do not discriminate.
5
I am
seconds.
for equal treatment, equal rights, equal communists.
And we're done.
Yeah,
And we're done.
I love
Next
women.
question.
I love women.
Wow.
Next question.
I was born from a woman.
Whoa.
Like we all were. If it wasn't for women, none of us would be here.
We're not getting the hot takes here.
That's crazy.
Okay.
So our third question
20
is...
seconds.
Is Lindsay Reed your biggest hater too?
No, Lindsay Reed's not my biggest hater, but
Who
she
is?
is a communist. My biggest hater? That's actually a good question. I need to think about that.
Well, you have 10 seconds.
My biggest hater is
5.
I don't even know who
4.
to say.
It can be Lindsay
3.
Reed.
No,
2.
it's actually
1. Come on. You got
my
it?
biggest hater is
Yes.
Would you like to come back to this one?
Joel Osteen.
Okay, there we go. Okay,
Because
next question.
he has bad theology
Okay,
and I have
next
good
question.
theology.
There we
Actually,
go.
no, it's not
Oh,
Joel
my word.
Osteen. Actually, my biggest hater is
Meh.
okay. My biggest hater is Todd White because he has even worse theology.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next
Sorry,
question.
Todd, you have bad theology.
20 seconds, actually.
Question number 4. Between Samuel and I, who would you murder first and why?
1.
I would not murder either of you because we're friends.
Oh.
Only 5 seconds. Okay.
Oh, look
Next
at
one.
that. So, number 5. Do you find yourself rooting for the Empire as you get older?
I mean, I've always been a proud supporter of Emperor Palpatine, and I think that we need him in order to ensure the continuing stability and security. The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire for a safe and secure society.
And we are done. Next question. Next question.
It's the arms.
Next
He's raising his
question.
arms.
He's passionate.
Last question is, you're
It's like a
elected.
Pentecostal church service in here.
You're elected president of the Empire. What's your first thing you do tomorrow?
Ban trailer hitches on the back of trucks unless you're towing things.
That's a good answer.
That's the first
That's
thing.
a good answer. That was your best
I would
one.
also severely
No, you should have stopped there.
I would require a test for
Driving.
Where are we
people
going with
being
this?
able to own
Where are we going with this?
boats
Okay,
because there's
boats.
too many dangerous people out there just driving boats who don't know how to drive boats.
I'm glad he said boats. I didn't know where we
Yeah.
were going there.
And then I would also put a test to see who could. Well, I'm not going to say this other thing because
Okay.
Whoa.
And, well,
I don't
and,
want to get canceled, and I'm not ready to start my political campaign
and what
yet,
can
guys.
people
Not
do
yet.
now? What can people do now?
People can go back to walking and driving because that, in fact, was Dane's Manifesto featuring Michael Fuller.
Wow. It's a good time to be alive. It's also a good time to listen to some voice memos, which we are going to play right now.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Oh man, I love this.
Okay, yes. So
Good old Kim. I listened to that song like
Right
a
there.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good song.
Fun fact, that's just Michael Fuller singing.
and that was a funny joke you just made. And the only thing that can follow up one funny joke is another funny joke from Jack Holmgren. Yes, that says Jokes with Jack. Let's go.
What do you get when you mix books and alcohol?
A good time.
Tequila Mockingbird.
No. No.
Also, don't drink tequila. It'll make your clothes fall off. And that's inappropriate.
I
What
see Jack's been listening to good music.
he put Joke with Jack. Only Dane will probably get the reference. Also, I do recognize this from a country song.
Yep.
I'm just going blank what the title is.
It's called Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off by Joe Nichols, I believe.
There we go. Oh. And he says, because Michael is on, I'll send another joke because why not? So here we go.
Why are girls emotional?
The pause.
Because they overreact.
Whoa.
I like He said that one's for
we
you.
need to bleep that.
We don't need to bleep that.
I support
That's
women.
too controversial.
I support women.
He put joke number 2, come to Florida and cancel me, why don't you?
Oh boy. I support women.
Yeah.
Michael's question mark. Samuel
What?
definitely doesn't.
No.
Hey,
I
hey.
literally do.
We know you support women.
Yes.
Or Michael.
I literally was
sure
talking
do.
about how awesome earlier,
Why
guys.
do you keep saying her name?
You're gonna have to bleep
we
that.
don't need to say her name. No one knows who she is.
She's
who
literally
listens.
my queen. She's my
That's
favorite
interesting.
person ever.
No one knows.
That's interesting.
Okay, so that was him talking about Hillary Clinton again.
Again.
So here's Lindsay Reed.
My
Let's
stepmom.
listen.
Hello, until next week podcast.
that a
I
cat?
have a
It's a
Youth
weed
of
whacker.
America
Oh.
story just from today. It is December 10th. After school, some students were acting like hood rats and not leaving school property. My afternoon duty is standing outside the front of the school to make sure the kids leave. So I was asking some students to go home, and one of them dropped a vape out of her pocket.
No.
And I picked it up,
Ding
and I looked
dong.
at her, and I said, nice. And she said, can I have it back? And I said, no. And she said, but it's after school. And I said, you're on school property. And she said, oh my God, and walked away. That is the Youth of America.
I love that. I actually really like Lindsay Reed now for doing that. That is awesome. See, you want me to prove why I really like women? That's
Why?
awesome. Lindsay Reed for doing that is so based.
I'm not getting pro women
Literally,
vibes from that. I'm
her-
getting anti vape
Her
vibes.
yeah,
stealing
I'm-
a vape from a child
I
who
don't
dropped it on public
know.
property. That's awesome.
I don't know if that's really stealing.
Vaping is cringe, guys. You want to talk about vaping? Do you know what vaping can give you?
Please tell us.
Vaping-associated pulmonary injury, otherwise known as popcorn lungs. So if you ask
Oh.
me, it's time we take, in the words of General Grievous, it's time to abandon smoking. And stop smoking, kids. Don't vape. It's not good for you. If you vape, you're officially a cringe lord. So don't be a cringe lord. Be Skibbity, Ohio, and don't vape.
Dang it, you took what I was going to say, Michael.
Sorry about that,
Don't be
fan
Skibbity,
Dang
attacks.
it. But fortunately, other people have voices as well, and we have some Spotify responses from episode 102. What did you just click?
Nothing.
No, seriously, what did you click?
He clicked to the record button.
No, I didn't. No, I
He
saw
did.
it.
He did.
You
I
gave me a
literally
little
didn't.
heart
No,
attack.
I
Did you actually click any
No,
buttons?
I literally
He tried
just
to
did
go
like
over.
this.
Okay, I was like, please don't.
Yeah, but we
Please
can't go
don't.
over.
Click the
Okay.
record button.
Please do
No, I
not
won't,
click
I
that
won't.
button. Okay. As I stress out, here's some responses from episode 102. Jack Holmgren put, Black Friday. The only day Samuel will wake up the time he normally goes to sleep.
Facts. Facts.
Also, Dane is the Kevin McAllister of his family.
Yeah, he
I get
is.
left behind.
Yeah.
I don't get left behind. I cause all the ruckus.
Alvaro,
Ooh,
big fan of the pod.
Goat.
Causes some chaos in fantasy football leagues. But he put, you guys were my number 2 in my Spotify rap. Sorry you weren't number 1. And that is understandable because I'm assuming Ghostrunners is his number 1 and they put out 2 episodes a week. It's hard to beat that when there's so much more content.
Gosh, yeah.
Ali Hoopy put, this is her like Spotify Wrapped. She had 77,731 total minutes,
So much.
of which 55,281 were podcast.
Wow.
Her top artists were Forrest Frank.
Okay.
And she put seeing him for the second time in Fishers, Indiana. She was the top 0.5% listener.
That's pretty good.
Number 2 for her is Elevation. I think Elevation
Nice.
Worship.
Yep.
Number 3, Surfaces, which is Forrest Frank's other band.
Oh.
Number 4 is Benjamin William Hastings. Don't know who that is.
Sounds like an author.
Probably. And then number 5 is Colony House.
Relatable.
Good band. She put other notes. I love the Fantasy Footballers pod and Spitballers as well.
Yeah.
The Bears versus Lions game on Thanksgiving was the worst display
Yeah.
of clock management I have ever seen. That is all.
Look at Allie. Yeah, Fantasy Footballers is awesome. Spitballers is fun too. The Fantasy Footballers Dynasty podcast is my groove because they got Kyle Borgononi on there and they have Matthew Betts and then they always have a baller. It's either Jason or Mike. That's always on there.
Yep.
And I love Dynasty Fantasy Football, so that's me.
Angela Birdwell put, y'all were number 1 in my Wrapped.
Let's go.
Except I don't have a premium account, so I don't have a Wrapped.
That's okay.
I just know I pretty much only listen to you all and love listening each week. Also, I am a Cowboys fan from back in the Troy Aikman days.
Hey, the GOAT.
Which makes sense because she is a Texas girl.
Exactly.
shout out. I guess that means you're listening to us to more than Ghostrunners, so that's kind of cool.
Angela, how have we gone this long and you haven't said anything about being a Cowboys fan?
She's
crazy.
She was ashamed.
Yeah.
Also, Angela brought up that we should do a white elephant gift exchange via all our fantasy footballers.
Samuel hates you.
That is not anything I said. With how much some people respond and us not really knowing all of them, I think the logistics probably won't happen this year, even though it was a good idea. But maybe, just maybe, next year could be a possibility.
I'll be honest.
But I like the idea, but I just don't see it logistically happening this quickly.
I'll be honest. I struggled to send out birthday cards to all of the children in that month for my youth ministry, let alone buy a gift and mail it to wherever you guys are at.
July or September or August?
Which one?
That you sent out all the birthdays.
Oh, no. I have to send them out every month.
So but which month has the most birthdays?
Oh, I don't know. And
December like September.
Yeah, December had like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But it's just
With
like
all that time off in December, you know?
we have to write them and then stamp them and then mail them. And I'm like, nobody, unless we put money in here, nobody cares about birthday cards.
Yeah. And then final response we received from last week's episode was from Nat, and he put, wait, I'm going blank. I don't remember if this is a guy or girl. Dang it. Nat put, Dane's attempt at 20 questions was a present day embodiment of his striving to run the slowest mile.
Hey, Nat, who is Nat?
I should know, and I'm going blank. I'm
Nat,
sorry.
reveal yourself again.
Long episode, but please let us know again. But that kind of goes into our poll question from last week, which was that the weakest performance of 20 questions you've heard in your life? And the answers were yes, never again, or no, 40 questions is the best. And with 85.7% of those votes, they put yes, never again.
Whoever voted for me is pro Dane. That's all I heard right there.
They just love listening to you guess 40 questions. And it's funny, but just really quick on that, because I decided to play the same game with the Jack Holmgren, because I was like, he could be interested in the fact that I got a 4-foot tall bobblehead of Adam Wainwright. It did take him 28-ish questions.
See?
So he got it quicker than you, but I mean, within 4 questions, he knew that it was like a sports item, but also early on, he was like, well, it's over this certain height, so I know it can't be a bobblehead. I'm thinking to myself, this could take a while now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, once you said it was a large item, I'm like, it's not a bobblehead, so I'm not going to guess bobblehead.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, he asked the right questions and knew that it was a Cardinals collectible item that was big within like 4 questions, but he didn't understand the big bobblehead aspect.
Magnitude.
But eventually he did get there, and it was like 28-ish questions. I played this the other day with someone. I don't remember.
Lauren.
Actually, I think it was. She's.
Nice.
I think we decided we'd play 20 questions on what she like did or bought or something, and it took me, I think, 4 questions to get to whatever she was trying to get me to answer.
We're bringing Lauren on again soon.
She might be. We'll see.
We need another girl at some point.
When we have
Like
a lot
Abby
of
Palmer?
when we have a lot of time off here during the holidays, there's more possibilities.
True.
So we'll
My
see.
question is, Michael, what was your Spotify Wrapped?
Yeah, I knew you had some things. You don't need to give us all the details, but just like the biggest highlights. Let's say like your
So
top
my
5.
top 5 artists were Colony House,
Good.
John Williams,
Understandable.
Zed,
Yep.
Galantis, and Harold Faltermeyer.
Sounds about right.
I've never heard of any of those.
You've heard so many of those.
I've heard of Colony House, maybe.
Colony House did a free concert at Missouri State like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's the night Samuel and I first met.
I did
Wow.
not go to the concert.
I should have. I wish I did.
This is crazy.
But yeah, that was. I wish I would have gone because they do have some good music. Besides that, do you listen to many podcasts, or do you not really have those, or don't?
I don't know
care?
if I should share my top 5 podcasts.
We're good then. We're
But
done.
all right, let's share my top 5 podcasts.
The Communist Manifesto
number
podcast.
1, the Ben Shapiro Show.
Okay, understandable.
Coming in at number 2, the Michael Knowles Show.
Understandable.
Coming in at 3, the Matt Walsh Show.
Oh
Coming in
my
at 4, the Until Next Week podcast.
Yes!
And
We
coming
fit-
in at number 5, the Jordan Peterson podcast.
Oh my
So
God.
clearly,
I wish you would share that because
That's just the Daily Wire.
based
Daily
on
Wire,
my
Daily
listening
Wire,
habits,
Daily Wire,
I'm
us.
clearly
Daily Wire.
really liberal. I voted for Hillary, guys.
Oh,
I love
that's
Obama.
funny.
I
That's
have an
funny.
Obama
Okay.
calendar in my house.
Hey, Obama out of
shirtless.
everybody.
Bill Clinton is
seems
my
kinda
dad.
Cool.
That was kind of
Bill
I
Clinton
should
is
have
your
just
dad.
known. That's funny. That's funny. I
Wow.
like how we're just in the middle. I love
Hey,
it.
I'm telling you, he plays a mean saxophone. Okay,
I know. We played the clip when you were on that one time, I believe. That was kind of funny. And then finally, we do have one past response that I thought was relevant to read because you were on the show. And it says from episode 40, which was the NFL meets Taylor Swift, Jack Holmgren responded 5 months ago, and he put, "I aspire to be as based as Michael one day." And I thought that was a great one to show from a past episode. And I'm going to like and publish it right now if my computer will allow me to. So now
that's very based of him to say.
Yeah.
There's also something
I
we need
aspire to be as yoked as Jack someday. Have you
That's
seen
so
that guy?
true. He's a big boy.
He is.
And he can run a fast mile.
He
Yeah.
can.
I'm tired of him.
Also,
I'm fast,
nor
though.
by Strava, it says I'm fast. It says I'm slower than I actually am because
Right.
my watch isn't accurate at the indoor track that I've been kind of grounded to run right now because
Yeah.
it's too cold to run outside.
It's not too cold to run outside.
Sorry, I need to grow my leg hair out more than I guess.
There you go. You got a fantastic beard working here. We all are bearded people on the podcast.
That's right. I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi now. Hello there.
Not everybody can grow a beard like me, but it's the only good genes that I have.
But you know who can grow the greatest beard? Our number one sponsor of the week, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Wow.
And I heard that, Dane, you have something, a part of your 4-week series for us. What is that?
So this is actually week number 2 in the 4-week series.
I will update that for you.
And so what it is if you did not listen to it last week, it wasn't like I didn't go to the class, but this professor, or no, yeah, it was a doctor, came in and
A
gave
real doctor or like a
PhD doctor.
Okay, so
yeah, PhD
sort of.
doctor. And
Oh, that's a real doctor.
Not medical doctor, yeah. But he came in and was talking to us, and he's been a pastor for years and years and years, and he was giving us ways to fight for joy in your life. And last week we talked about quit trying to live the Christian life. And then this week we're talking about shutting off the 4 negative emotions that drain joy from your life, which means in our 4-week series, we will now do 4 separate weeks of part 2. So number 1 of part 2 is of the negative emotions. Let me get to it. So
Yep.
it is guilt. Number 1 is guilt of part 2 here. So whenever you feel a lot of guilt over committing a certain sin, or maybe living a past life where you didn't know Jesus, which was my story for 20 years, is that I didn't know Jesus, and then I have all of these like things that I did in my past, and then you can feel a lot of guilt from that, and you're just like, man, how do I ever erase that? Because you can't erase the past. You have to literally just deal with it. And for a lot of people, the memories of certain things can just play over and over and over in your mind, but that's not what Jesus has called us to do. So in Romans 12:2, it tells us to renew our mind, so that we can set our mind on things that are above, and things that are above are our new life. Because what is it here in Colossians 2:3? It says he has made you alive together with him, having forgiven all of our transgressions. Going into 1 John 1:7, it says, but if we walk in the light as he himself is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus his son cleanses us from all sin. And 1 John 1:9 says, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. So as we start thinking about the guilt of the sins that we have committed in our past or are currently committing, like Jesus has washed all of those away. And so we start to think about that, and it's like, hey, we're not living in the past, we're living in the future of like, there is grace for your past sins, but that doesn't mean you can just live in those sins, because I also looked up Romans 6:1. So Romans 6:1 is, what shall we say then? Are we to continue in sin that grace may abound? By no means.
Certainly not.
Certainly not. Yeah.
That's right.
How can
One of my favorite verses.
we who died in sin still live in it? Did you not know that all of us who have been baptized into Christ were baptized into his death? We were buried, therefore, with him by his baptism into death, in order that just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, we too might walk in newness of life. So what this is we have a new life. Like once you are converted, you have said, I'm on Team Jesus, I'm living for him. our old life is dead. That's what this whole thing is about, is that now that is something we will leave behind with us. I think about that every time I'm tempted to sin on the thought level. I picture a road and I picture like sin or this specific sin, whatever I'm thinking about. I picture on the side of the road and me walking past it because I'm not going back to it anymore. Like I've seen what it is. And it's kind of like in the Matrix when they say, hey, like you've taken the red pill before, you know where that goes. And same thing with sin. Like you've committed these sins before. We're all old enough now. We know where sin goes. It goes to death, and we're not here to live in death anymore.
Although all things are lawful, not come under the power of any of them.
True. So that's 1 Corinthians.
Single Corinthians.
Yeah. And
chapter 6, I think.
It's
chapter 7.
Is it 7?
6 or 7.
Yeah.
In that ballpark.
All things are permissible, but not all are beneficial. So that's a whole different thing. However, yeah, we're living in this new life. And this new life is life with Jesus and a life of righteousness that he's called us to. So we can drop the guilt from our old selves and live in the new life that Jesus has promised us. Boom.
That's a good word. So many good words, actually.
I made that up on the fly.
And we'll have more good words in the future. So,
I just had those notes.
number one sponsor, of the week, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Number 2, sponsor of the week, Jake Trustnark. Jake's Body Shop doesn't get it anymore.
He's a thievery.
Take him down. And then also Reverend Banks, because he hasn't done anything bad to us.
Yet.
But shout out to all of them. Jake Trustnark still makes art. Jake's Body Shop still works on his body, and Reverend Banks still preaches the gospel. So you choose your favorite of those 3 warriors, and that can be your sponsor of the week.
Michael Julio Ricardo de la Rosa Montoya Ramirez Fuller.
The third.
Yes.
And then our number 3 sponsor of the week I put is Shama Mrema. Do you know who that guy is?
You see the person that killed the United Airlines person?
No.
Oh, you need to bleep that.
I can keep that.
Oh my gosh.
He's that like Christian comedian who just has been going off for a while, and he like really doesn't like.
Wait, is that the guy who came to Springfield and was talking about the stripper pole and everything?
No. Are you thinking of John Christ?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, darn
this
it.
is he has something against what's that really big worship that's like really trendy band nowadays?
Elevation.
No, the other one.
Maverick City.
Oh,
wow.
and he's
them
been in there.
They're kind of cringe
He
lords.
posts about them all the time. He's like, I remember when Maverick City was white or black. I'm like, sorry, I mixed it up. But he says that, and it's like funny because they go back and forth with him. And he just does like all these wild things.
Is it the same guy who was twerking on his Instagram?
No, I don't think you know who this guy is.
Okay. No. But one of the Maverick City guys was doing that.
I don't know. This is the guy though. This is all that matters.
Yeah, I've seen that Instagram. That's funny.
But he has a lot of funny stuff, a lot of like Christian culture type things, and he also occasionally does like remixes of songs.
True.
Of one of which was, you know, the song "Christmas Shoes."
Christmas.
Have you seen Taylor
Like, I'm
Ransom?
gonna buy these shoes for my mama, please. You know that one?
Yeah, it's a sad one.
He made a remix of this song, and I think we're gonna play it right here. It's like 20-ish seconds, and let's just see what he did with this song. So here we go.
It's time to pay. I couldn't believe what I heard him say. Sure, I wanna buy shoes for my mama, please. It's Christmas Eve and these shoes just Daddy says there's not much time. You see, she's been sick for quite a while. Know these shoes will make her smile. One or two look beautiful. Mama makes Jesus tonight.
And he put
so he trapped out Christmas shoes.
yeah, he put this was long overdue.
That reminds me of
And
Taylor Ransom.
I don't know who that is.
He's I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
Instagram Christian megachurch kind of.
Yeah.
He like makes fun of like the megachurch. Kind of like he's basically like that guy.
Yeah.
He makes fun of like cringe lord trendy Christian things.
Send it to me. I might recognize
you've
it.
100% seen it.
But yeah, he was also just like dancing crazy during it, and I'm like, this is wild. And low key, if he made a full song, I would play that, and I would have played that as a DJ tomorrow if I could. Because give me the loop. Hey, and then like the guns noises.
The guns were crazy at the beginning.
Gun sounds.
But yeah, he's awesome. He has a lot of really funny content that he puts out. So if you've not followed Shama Mrema, please do that on Instagram. I would say on TikTok as well, but
I let it ring, baby. I let it spark, y'all.
We don't know how
Demons,
long.
they tripping it out.
You
they tripping the
you
dart.
just spit on me. First
boom,
a Mountain Dew, and now you spit on my hand, Michael.
Oh, sorry. I was. You had me thinking about Not Clyde. He's a very notable Christian rapper who makes some good songs.
I'm having fun.
Does he spit on people?
No, probably not. But
Have
hey,
you been spit on yet today by
he's
Michael
a
Dane?
real pastor.
No, he
y'all.
looks at you differently than he looks at me.
Big hands.
What?
Oh,
He's singing
a rap
Ants
song.
My Pants.
Yeah, it's a good song. But no, have you heard Gun Sounds?
No.
Or Bible in My Hand, Treat
we
It Like
just
a
heard
Glock?
Gun
No.
Sounds on that last remix.
I know,
Were you
but
not listening,
there's a
Michael?
song that he made called Gun Sounds.
Was
It's
it-
like, this
what
is
does
not
it
about my
sound-
gun. This is my Bible. Psh, psh, psh. Demons be tripping these letters. Baby, it's like red or it's good. It's really good. It's a good song. It's a good song.
Was it basically like that?
It's basically saying reading the Bible is based, and when you do it, you're doing violence against the rulers and the principalities and the powers of this world.
You're getting really. I'm worried you're going to click the record button by
that'd not
accident.
be good.
Michael's charismatic.
Okay, that was actually a pretty good spot. Anyways, reach out if you want to make clips for us because again, Joshua Smith and the Main Wagon Podcast
is a
awesome
communist.
former sponsor of the pod, but he is very busy with multiple podcasts he's making and also works a full-time job and he can't really do it that well anymore. So if you want to do it for us for free until we blow up, then you can.
But you'll be an official sponsor and we'll
Yes,
sponsor whatever you want.
Almost anything.
We'll
If you get
trade
too
services.
Crazy, yeah, that's what we do. We give you something, you give us something. So
Yeah.
let us know. Also, if you need 2 pickleball paddles from Friday Pickleball, use the code Samuel14434 and you get $5 off, I believe, whatever the cheapest discount is. So I think if they're doing 2 for like $99, I believe you can get 2 paddles for $94.
Whoa.
Very cool paddles, very quality paddles. Just do it. Use my code. That'd be awesome. And then Dane's ministry support, as you know, he's still in his ministry.
Give me money so I don't have to drive Buick no more.
That's not really why, but also he still needs to be crowdfunded for like the 2 years that he's there.
Year and a half
He
now.
has only like a year and a half left, but near the back end especially, that's where he needs funds the most.
Or alternatively, they could just pay Dane.
Whoa.
Oh, there we go.
They won't do that because
There
I'm
you
free
go.
right
there
now.
you go. But yeah, do that and then send him or the Until Next Week podcast Instagram a DM and let us
Or
know so they can
both.
track it properly. Yeah, both would be cool. And then also just keep telling your friends if you enjoy the podcast because obviously you do because we are on our longest episode ever. That's now over 2 hours. So
Oh my gosh.
I really just want to hit 2 hours after a certain point. So I'm like, here we are. Welcome to the 2 hour mark.
This will be what I listen to when I'm driving back from the silent disco.
Nice.
Well, you won't
because it won't be till Monday.
Not till 12 a.m. If you wait till 12 a.m., then you can listen at 12 a.m.
Do it.
That's right.
Yes.
Wow.
Do it.
Maybe, I mean, depending on the time, maybe I'll do an early release for you, but probably not. And then also leave us 5 stars, like we mentioned. Leave us voice memos on Instagram if you haven't. Follow us on Instagram. I would say follow us on TikTok. Do that, but who knows? TikTok might not be around much longer.
That's right, baby. Kick him out. Get him out.
And
Get
then,
him out.
once again, thank you again for listening. We really appreciate you guys. Go enjoy some time with family.
And the
listen
words
to
of
pod.
Bob the Tomato, God made you special, and he loves you very much.
That's the intro. We have no button to push. I just add it and post.
Oh.
Yeah. So this has been episode 103 of the Until Next Week podcast.
And that's the way it was.
Goodbye.